Yeah. We should just start it at 6:30. Yeah, one more minute.
Who is the king? Who is the king? Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the world through a blurred window. Take all comers, but they too slow. Breaking through all known barriers. So run your car, not your mouth. 'Cause out here there's no room for cowards.
Yep.
Life is all you see.
All right, how's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing fantastic. I know I am. This is the start of our first episode of our new show. It's the Internet Asylum. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I share it with my wonderful primary host, Embode here.
Yo.
Really happy to have this going. It's something that he and I have been kind of knocking around for a while, and you got pretty hyped about it. So
I'm very excited. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I picked up on your energy and got hyped along with you. So a little bit of how this is going to work is that I normally do DSP content, but I felt like it was a good idea to give this insight, especially Mbode's insights, towards the other locales that exist out there. And so that's primarily going to be the focus. DSP probably won't show up here that often unless he has an intersection with any of these other dudes. And I also kind of wanted to find some just general weirdos on the internet that quite haven't made locale status. And Mbode is showing us the introduction of Cyraxx. So there's our first patient.
Yeah. So let's run the song, and then we'll go from there.
All right. This is a Drift King animation from Slothcat. Big ups.
This is Cyraxx's music. So he's a
Hey yo,
world-renowned musical artist,
Light 'em
and
up, boys.
this is his best song.
revolutions. Let's go. Dimensions, here we go.
Oh my lord.
Cruising around town with nowhere to go.
Now, unfortunately, I know about the stylist.
Around town, just me and my homies, hitting up the trip scene, hitting up the track scene. Doing everything that we gotta do to get our names known here in the street racing scene. Going fast as we can, got that S15. Looking Leo up down with that nice ass drip pack. Got the Lambo with the motherfucking underglow, looking real mean, got that.
Just a note, Cyraxx does not have a driver's license and has never driven a car.
So what is he, like Chewbacca? Is he the co-pilot? Big ups, Atlas.
He is an e-racer.
Oh,
So
so
he,
kind of worthless, huh?
he plays racing video games extremely poorly.
Oh shit, Weeks is here.
Yep.
Call me the motherfucking DK of the drift scene. You can't even catch
I think we might have to play his Sound of Silence cover as well. I'll see if I can pull that up.
All right, definitely. And we got King Cobra here as well.
Keep it underground where it should be.
Is that Phil?
Underground racing.
That's Bass Shaman right there. I don't know who that naked Asian man is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was thinking that was a Music Biz Marty for a second. This is a really good animation, though. I really like Cyraxx's facial hair, how it moves around. It gives a sort of Ed, Edd, and Eddy quality to it.
Live by the street code. I die by the wheel and I'm gone.
Oh shit.
By the legendary wheel, die by the wheel is all I know.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand him. It's rough. I mean, this is bad because this isn't the era of having the lyrics in a little booklet. Can't follow along.
And I don't think there's a lyric page for it either.
What? That's too bad. That's just a loss of history at that point.
Live by the street scene 100% underground for me.
Wow, that was quite an experience.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We could listen to Sound of Silence right now.
If you'd like to.
If we really want to
if you want to get into the musical scene.
I put it in the Discord.
You're the head doctor when it comes to Cyraxx. So you tell me, what do we do?
Let's listen to Sound of Silence.
Okay, where is that?
Just give people a taste. I just put it in the call.
All right. So give me a second. I'm going to move it over to this one.
Yeah.
Let's throw it on there. Damn it. Yeah, this here?
Oh, yeah.
Again, see the description. Okay, what's the description?
We probably don't need to listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
Just, we can just get the picture because
All
it's misery, dude.
I do like his singing voice. It's at least has the potential for comedy. Maybe this is experimental or something. This is a new form of music called what? Is this slowed down? Should I speed it up? What's with his elbow?
Within the sound of silence.
We got to get to one crescendo.
All right.
I won't go alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone.
Oh boy.
There's no mercy now.
Why wouldn't you want to sign this dude up?
I know, dude. Like,
actually, if I had a record company, I would sign this dude up because it would just be
Rockefeller
funny.
Records sleeping on him.
He's got potential.
He's also singing over a vocal track.
Oh, like Christian.
Yes. And I believe he's looking at the lyrics. Too.
Oh, okay. So this is just karaoke night for him.
People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening.
This is the weirdest pirate shanty I've ever heard.
Songs, their voices never share.
He definitely does a stream of Raw at some point. And that's what
thank you
we
very
need to
much,
hear.
Armor Zero, for the subscription. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, silence. Those I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows.
Jeez.
It's gotta be soon. I know he starts like.
Okay. I'll shut up during it.
It's coming up.
It's the good part. Everyone quiet down.
My words like silent raindrops fell, and
Okay.
echo in the wells of silence.
and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god baby. The sun
Holy
popped
crap.
out of his water, and the words that it was for me. And the
It's cool that he can look at the lyrics and the camera at the same time.
Yeah, because his eyes look two different directions.
He reminds me of Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy, physically anyway.
And whisper.
Could we get an edit of Ed as Cyraxx?
Yeah,
I mean
gotta,
Ed,
like,
but
lower his height like 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, just kind of scale him down a little bit. All right, fantastic,
So that's the type of talent we're working with here.
All right,
And I think we should go to when he was signed to the record label, where he's wearing the leather jacket, and
So
that's
before we get that-
probably the best he ever felt.
before we get to that point, do you think you could kind of give like a history, like a brief history of what Cyraxx's deal is? Because I'll be honest, I've watched some videos on him, but I've really retained nothing on the guy. What is his origin, really? Where did it all start with this guy?
So I'm not exactly sure how he was discovered, but he did his music streams, and he fancied himself a professional artist, somewhat like Daniel Larson.
Okay.
And also, somewhat like Daniel Larson, he has a taste for showing his penis to what he thinks is underage girls.
Oh, fantastic.
So he was trolled by a predator hunter by the name of Mass Troll Mafia, and she posed as, I believe, a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old. Either way, not legal in Ohio. And it only took a couple messages before he's sending pictures of his dick.
Goodness
And
gracious.
this has been a reoccurring theme. I know that Wings 007 has also trolled him, and like immediately it's like 3 messages in. It's like, oh, I'm in high school. I'm about to whatever. Like I'm gonna be a sophomore, and then like immediately a dick pic comes flying in.
He has it set to
and
automated, I suppose.
The famous line, I don't have a clip from this, but there was the famous line that could be a whole episode, is the Mastro Mafia thing. But it was she was saying to him like, oh, I'm like 14 and like all my friends are losing their virginity, and Cyraxx responds, your turn, cutie.
Oh my
And
goodness.
like that just like makes your fucking skin crawl.
Oh, horrifying.
He is a horrible degenerate in every way. And yeah, like that's what we're dealing with here. So like if anyone feels bad for the goblin, because sometimes Marty does some underhanded and mean things to him, but he deserves it. He's been caught many times in that kind of activity, some Diddy style actions.
Mhm.
And like beyond that, like Phil is bad because he puts in minimum effort. Cyraxx, and this is a Marty quote, lives his life like a 12-year-old on summer vacation. Like I don't think he's ever worked. He doesn't do anything. He's just like he's a scourge on his family.
That's what I had
And
heard, was that he starts a lot of things and then announces it and does a big old hype up segment and then promptly abandons it.
yeah, so the only thing he ever made money doing, I think he went scrapping with Ed once, like for one day,
What's
which
scrapping?
like collecting scrap metal and
Oh, okay,
selling it,
okay.
which is like that's fine. Like
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But he did it for one day. It's like you're gonna start a lawn mowing business and you mow one lawn and then hang it up. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
come on, dude. Plus, I think he's like 33 or 34 at this point. So he was in high school till he was 23,
Oh my
and
lord.
he did not graduate.
What?
Well, he was in high school, so he claimed to be a victim of SA.
Okay.
And later on, Marty found the guy he was claimed to have assaulted him. And as it turns out, the guy was blind and was likely much younger than him because he was also in high school at the time.
Yeah. Cyraxx
And
is
it
23.
turns out Cyraxx sucked off a blind kid and got expelled for it.
Oh my
Oh no,
lord,
he
dude.
did not graduate, Armored. He did not graduate. Oh, Music Biz Marty is Cyraxx's the Batman to Cyraxx's Joker.
That was gonna be my next
He's
question.
the yeah, damn. I should have pulled up clips to like
Well, we could just
introduce
like
all the
lure the
characters.
we can lure the characters out a little bit.
So
So
Music Biz Marty, once we get to the Bender Boys thing, Music Biz Marty was vying for Cyraxx's contract. He was obviously a troll. I'm
mhm.
not sure how he came across the goblin, but his idea was to troll as a music industry, like, someone who signs people, like a label owner.
Okay.
And he was fighting with the Bender Boys to get Cyraxx's
Oh,
contract.
obviously.
And yeah, we'll get to the clips, but basically Marty is the primary troll of Cyraxx.
And
And
how go ahead.
he does do things to antagonize him, but on a daily basis, he puts up streams and says, "Oh, Cyraxx is in jail." And then inevitably Cyraxx jumps on and tells him all these things, and Rax is out. And you know, threatens him, all those things.
So with Music Biz Marty, where does he kind of align when it comes to notorious trolls of lolcows? The way you describe him, he sounds a lot like the operating methods of the Chris Chan trolls, where they would pretend to be a certain character and then just troll the shit out of the person that way. Which
So
only
I would
really
say Marty is like Clyde Cash.
okay,
He's that level. He is the guy
okay.
against him. And then there's the secondary Cyraxx trolls are N-word boy, who clips Cyraxx a lot, and William Glory Hole, the world's glory hole.
Oh well. Reminds me of what was it? There was the skit that comes up regularly on Super Best Friends where Matt makes fun of Wooly's friends that he has on Xbox Live. And he says stuff like, "Oh, Wooly, I'd hate to keep you from your fans or your friends, Da Fart Naka and Assnoid."
Yeah, and
Some great
I
ass
have a
names.
feeling. So these names, I mean, N-word boy is named that because Cyraxx calls people
Yeah, he
an
uses a
N-word
lot of
boy all the
slurs.
time. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, N-word boy, why don't you?" I can't say like anything he says.
Yeah,
We'll play it though. And William Glory Hole, I think if I had to guess, he chose his name so that if it ever comes up in a police report or a court document, Cyraxx has to say that this guy William Glory Hole is harassing my family, and it's like, oh yeah, William Glory Hole, that's definitely a real person.
yeah, okay,
You know
that's
what I mean?
good.
It just makes him look even crazier.
Oh, that's godlike. That's good.
It's pretty impressive,
So the
and
trolling
they've
of
all interacted directly.
okay, 'cause that's kind of what I was gonna go with this. So these guys, Cyraxx is a gullible lolcow.
He's the most easy to trick person, even more than Chris Chan,
More
probably.
than Christian, that's quite something. Because Chris
Yeah,
Chan was
'cause
convinced that Nintendo loved him.
either equally or more, because
Okay.
like he's had very similar arcs of the girlfriends. Like he's had an Australian girlfriend very recently
Oh,
who
nice.
obviously isn't really his
I was
girlfriend.
going a little shadow.
And the same things that Clyde Cash would do of saying
Shot
like,
records.
"Oh yeah, I poisoned your." So the one thing Cyraxx does that's different than Chris Chan is he'll be dating some online girl who he thinks is his girlfriend who has kids, and he'll pretend to be their father. He'll be like, "I'll do anything for my kids. I'll do anything for my children," and it's like So then the trolling just goes to like, why'd you try to poison your own kids, Cyraxx? Someone sent a poison juice box and it has your name on the box. It's really, really easy to trick him.
Oh man.
And
Well,
even the same as Christian, even when he knows it's a troll already, or like enough evidence has been presented to him, he still like sort of wants it to be true and assumes it is. So
yeah.
we can do a deeper dive into like one or two of these sagas, but tonight I think is just a general
Okay.
intro.
Because I want
Oh,
to
this
definitely
is
know the main
pre-head
characters. Yeah.
scabs too. He's known for his head scabs. His head is looking very healthy right now.
Yeah. I assume this is early. This is
Oh
4
yeah,
years
another
ago.
little a little what do you call it? Tidbit about Cyraxx. So he is the son of a convicted pedophile rapist
Oh,
and a retarded woman.
Jesus. I
So
guess there is such a
yeah,
thing as destiny sometimes.
yeah, and so the way his dad was convicted was he jumped out of the bushes on a bike path and assaulted an underage girl, and then in court he tried to say, "Well, she looked of age," and it's like, well, so like you're still like you still forced yourself upon an unwilling person in public. So
Oh man.
I don't really see how that's a defense. I don't know. And Cyraxx bounces between defending his true father and disowning him. I don't know. It's a
That's weird,
very
man. That's very
weird
weird.
situation.
A lot
Yeah.
of these locales have very weird parents. And when you kind of look at their parents, it's no wonder they turned out the way they did. Christian, his parents are weird as hell, even though the dad is probably the most put together of the two. Even him, he was pretty weird. It makes me curious about Phil's
Yeah.
parents or DS or Dale's parents. What are they like?
Well, Christian's parents didn't understand like the internet circumstances.
They also didn't understand autism at all.
Yes.
To their credit, autism more or less was just invented, and not in the sense that it was invented, but it was just now being understood as a thing. And Christian was supreme autism. He had autism Super Saiyan level 3. And yeah, they just were not prepared for that. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Banana Jones. So Cyrax's dad, the way he got caught was his picture was either on a wanted poster or in the paper, like a sketch of him. And he called into the police and said, I look just like this guy, but it wasn't me that did it.
hey, that's
And
very
that's how
reasonable.
he was. And they're like, okay, so you're our first suspect.
Hey,
And
hey,
it
he's
turns
trying
out
to
it was
help their
him.
investigation. He's eliminating himself as a suspect.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, look, man, he's civic
It's a
minded.
brilliant plan. And if I had to imagine, Cyraxx is very, very low IQ. I don't know if he's like technically diagnosed as disabled, but like he's definitely not smarter than the average bear.
Look, if you're in high school till you're 23, there does come a level where it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
are developmentally stunted. You actually have
Yeah.
you have something going on.
Yeah, there's something's up with that.
Yeah. All right, so this clip is graduation celebration and chill. Cyraxx celebrates after getting signed with the Bender Boys. So this is a
This
pretty
is the high
iconic video.
point of his life.
This is the high point. This was DSP when he was
Yeah.
playing Skyrim. Okay.
This is DSP right after going on
Whether
Kino
it's Echo
Casino.
Side
Oh, okay.
Entertainment, or whether it's my current label, Bender Boys Entertainment. Those labels and those
He looks
day
like the
ones
villain
were the
in
guys that
Last
got me
Action
to where
Hero.
I'm at. So to the real fans, y'all killed it. And to the Bender Boys, I want to say thank you, man. You want to know why? Because I got an opportunity to change my
Let's do.
kids' lives. 100%.
Just like Phil, he thinks he's in the WWE.
So if y'all
Okay, so he does a lot of
wanna step
promos.
to the best,
He has a large
You're looking at
influence
him,
from
boys.
wrestling.
You're looking at the new hottest artist on the motherfucking scene.
Okay,
And
so quick aside here. This is who he reminds me of. Is this guy from Last Action Hero?
That looks like William Glorio's avatar.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, if no one's watched, have you watched Last Action Hero?
No, I haven't.
Holy shit! Okay, for real,
We'll have to do that.
for everyone in chat, Last Action Hero is a really good movie. It's super good. It's one of those movies that did really badly when it came out, but as it's aged, it has retroactively become a masterpiece. And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's this movie character, and this kid can basically he gets the ability to go into movies, and so it becomes kind of a satire of 90s action movies, and it makes fun of them like crazy, but also greatly celebrates them. And it's pretty good. It's probably one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best movies. So weirdly enough, check it out.
Yeah,
And
I'll have
subscribe to
maybe
Ben-
I did see it on TV.
Oh, you got it.
Now that you mention it,
It's got
but like,
Tyrion
it's worth a
Lannister in it.
rewatch 20 years later for sure.
It's still good. It still ages really well.
Bender Boys Records or the Bender Boys YouTube channel. Go check them out, son. They got some.
This
dope
dude is
ass
weird
shit.
everywhere. His teeth are weird. His face is weird. His head's weird. His hair is weird. He just didn't have anything go for him.
Well, he
Yo,
was
Fat Scott,
he was born
what
with
it do?
like failing organs and such too.
Oh goodness. Okay, so he was
Like, I
Spartans
think
would
he
have
was
left him in
born
the woods.
with like a lung and a
Definite, man,
quarter, and
definite.
then
Like
a
I
failing
said,
kidney.
the
Like he
minute
was
that I get
definitely,
that BBR patch.
you know,
As soon as I
Okay.
get that shit,
He's
that's
a
gonna land on the
survivor.
back of his motherfucking jacket.
That's
son.
one way to say it
You wanna
nicely.
know why?
I
Because
was saying the Spartans would leave this
gave
dude
me
out in the forest.
opportunity that no one else did.
oh for sure. But he'll be happy to tell
These
you
guys
about
did
it.
something that nobody else did. They took me on and gave me a real chance to make real money.
Okay, so I'm noticing something here. He's dressing kind of cool, or at least what he thinks is cool, but his background looks like shit.
Yeah, it gets way worse. This is probably the best background he's ever had.
He just
Usually he's up in the attic or in the basement, dude. The basement
definitely,
streams
John.
are
Definitely, man.
very Silence of the Lambs.
But
Oh,
there
goodness.
is 4 people I have to thank above all else. Well,
Eric
technically
scroll
5.
below.
1, my family. 2,
That's more than
God
one person.
himself. 3, my
God
girl.
himself.
4, my son Elliot. And 5, my beautiful, wonderful daughter Leah, man.
I thought you said there was 4
If it wasn't
people.
for them,
I
wouldn't
don't
be
even.
here.
That might be Tangerine Cat's children. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I don't.
And most
So it's
importantly,
definitely
not
I
his
wanna
kids.
Thank God for giving me this
No, he
opportunity
has no
and a
children.
beautiful fucking family that I can support.
Thank goodness.
every
Sometimes the
day.
universe does correct itself. I like these lean-ins though. These are really
Yo,
fun.
that Jesus. What up, what up, what up, what up, man?
Okay, I've got a question. Are there any legitimate
See?
Cyraxx fans?
Well, these little
There are
bitches,
pay
Music
pigs.
Biz Marty and his
There are?
little
Okay.
fuck buddy.
There's people who have
Snack are
donated
running around with
him
their heads cut off.
PC
We're out here
and
making
an
moves.
Xbox and games.
That's the
So
weirdest
there
thing to me.
are some people. Well, it's probably the same type of people that
Yo,
watch
Tom Cruise,
Phil.
my ass, man.
Yeah.
I ain't
It's
no
people
Tom
that wanna
Cruise.
see
I
a
ain't trying to
loser
be no
win.
Tom Cruise either.
It is weird to me how a lot of these lolcows, it's kind of inspiring in a way. If you ever feel like you're
Yo,
lonely,
man,
just
Blake
remind yourself
John,
there are
what's
people who
good?
like Phil. There are people who like
Yeah.
Christian.
Hey, yo,
Well,
boss.
Chris Chan used
Should
to
I drop
have
that
some
verse for him
likable
one time, man? Should I
qualities.
let him get a sneak peek of that track?
Christian's big sin is that he's become so boring.
And just so insane.
Yes. The insane
At
part
this
is the
point.
best
Yo,
part,
man, Blake,
but he
what's goody,
he
my
doesn't
dude?
say anything because he actually has people who manage him now. He has
Yeah.
basically a sponsor in the sense of like AA.
And
I got
God
you, boss,
knows
I
what
got
those
you.
people are doing.
Now, if y'all don't know, man, me and this dude right here.
Do WWE promos for anyone who knows? Do they normally go this long?
Holes.
No. They don't.
Okay.
So now go to the
Ooh,
next
yo, that
video.
shit's gonna
Okay.
get fire,
So this is
son. I can't
Cyraxx at
wait
his
to-
top, and then we'll see him come crashing right
All right,
now.
let's see it. Very negative video, I assume. Oh, great. I forgot I had ads. Let's see what this
2
shit-
seconds to skip.
Yeah.
Yo, Cyraxx, I
What
got
up?
an announcement to make.
Okay, these are the dudes he
What's up,
signed
dude?
with, right?
This is the record
Um,
label manager,
well, the
CEO,
video's
whatever.
not doing as well as we thought it was going to,
Yeah.
and speaking with the team here at Bender Boys Records, they deemed you unmanageable,
How?
and then we had to sell your contract, man.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious right now?
Yeah,
Are you? No, dude.
we sold
You're
it this
not
morning.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, the video didn't perform as well as we thought it was going
What
to.
the fuck, dude?
And he was looking
Are
so
you
fly in that
fucking
hat
serious? I
too.
put in all that hard work for nothing. Are you serious right now?
Well, we
fucking
sold
serious?
the contract.
Okay, so I want to pause here for a second. I'm just noticing something about Cyraxx here. Is that he did this video, or at least I assume he did some sort of video for these dudes, and they're telling him it didn't perform well, and his response is anger. Which, wouldn't that just mean you need to do better, or maybe people weren't catching on to the video, they didn't enjoy it? But I guess he's like all these locals, and they have this narcissism.
He's the best vocalist in the world. Dude.
Oh, okay.
God put him there.
I see. So it's more that the world
Yeah.
has a problem appreciating him.
Yeah, they're only firing him because of his looks.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bummer. He should get one of those helmets that Daft Punk has.
Oh,
Bro,
we're missing a
you're
video
fucking
from this
stupid.
too.
You're stupid.
There's
man.
one I believe I sent you on
What
Discord
the
that
fuck,
says
man?
"fuck the
I put
Bender
in all that hard
Boys."
work for you and the crew
I'll
for what?
I'll
What
get
the
that.
fuck, man?
Well,
I
we sold your contract, so
You
you're
know what?
still tired.
You know what? Fuck you and fuck the Bender Boys. I'm doing this shit on my own. Fuck you.
Do you want to know who we sold it to?
Oh no, he said it in
I
here.
already know.
Okay,
Music
good.
bitch, Marty. Fucking cunt bag.
Yeah.
Yep. Music bitch Marty, the fucking cunt bag, now owns his contract. And Marty plays the wonderful game of sometimes being Cyraxx's best friend, and then the next day the truce is off and they're back at it.
I see. So he kind of has like an abusive relationship with Cyraxx, but not actually abusive, but gives the impression of it in a way.
Yeah, and like they do a little extreme trolling.
What's the most
Like-
extreme trolling he's
like-
gotten?
He fought him.
Okay.
Like they've met. So to preface the fight, so Marty was doing these videos where he was like, he made a video that like seems innocent, where he's like, the best way to start my day is with a cigarette and the morning paper. And he's got like an Akron newspaper, and there's like Akron license plates in the video. And it's just to like, so Cyraxx can see it and be like, I know you're coming to my city, boy. This is a Marty free neighborhood. I wish I could have found that clip. I looked pretty hard. and
That's pretty
couldn't.
good. I want to get that on
But,
a sign.
Yeah, and then Marty's plan was he was going to run for mayor of Akron and deal with the goblin problem that's plaguing the city.
Oh man, that's so funny.
So Marty got an Airbnb around the corner from Cyraxx, and Cyraxx actually showed up, and then there was a fight.
I have the clip here. Should we play that and just see it,
We'll
or should we get
we'll
to it?
get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Let's just watch the next one.
Okay, so
here.
this one is well, I don't want to spoil this title. This
I
one's
mean, it's already spoiled.
this
but
one's
yeah.
just fun.
Cause see, a lot of people always tell me, "Oh, you know, you're fake. We own you." Blah blah blah. Here's the thing. My fate ain't controlled by what's on the internet. My fate ain't controlled by what some stupid video somebody puts out about me. My fate is controlled by me and me alone. My choices.
You would think you'd do a better
nobody
job then.
else. My fate isn't
right.
controlled or micromanaged by a bunch of no talent having trolls. My fate is in my own hands, nobody else's. If I wanted to, and I'll be straight up honest, if I wanted to, I could delete this channel tomorrow and start a brand new channel. And within 2 months, hell, maybe even a few weeks, I can make a whole new channel and have well over 1,000 subs within minutes.
Yeah, because you're weird.
And I've proven that I can do that.
Yeah, it would be mostly
And I have
trolls,
done.
and he would not have 1,000. Here it comes.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit, y'all guys are storming out. Gotta go. Love you guys.
Fucking shits his pants and then
Cyraxx.
says it's storming outside. I gotta go. And people looked up the weather. It was not storming outside.
This moment right here, I like the way he looks down. He's looking down, thinking of what he's gonna say. What how am I gonna get myself out of this
And
situation?
before it happens, he's like a little kid, like when like you're growing up and like you wear diapers, and it's like you just like stop what you're doing and stand there and shit.
Yes. I don't remember
He
me doing
does
that because I was a little
that.
too young for that. But I remember my younger brother. He would just kind of freeze up and then, oh well,
Exactly.
I need a changing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I remember it too. It's like I had a younger brother, and it's just like, oh, did you just shit?
Hey guys, please don't tell my brother this, my little brother. I'm gonna share an embarrassing story, and he can share an embarrassing story about me. So when we were little, my mom and dad had these two matching recliners in the living room. And my younger brother had some weird thing where he just couldn't go use the restroom properly. And so he would go and hide behind my dad's chair and shit his drawers. And we knew what he was doing. Like, he was young. He was still a little kid, so he still had diapers, but he had enough command of language that you could talk to him. And we would say, "Hey man, what are you doing back there?"
What are you doing over there, buddy?
And he would say, "Nothing." "Do you need to use the restroom?" "Not anymore."
Actually, I just did.
The situation has relieved itself. Look, I really am sorry. I love my brother to death. My younger brother's the coolest dude. But that shit was just funny as hell. Because everyone knew what was going on. We were all sharing a smile
I
in it.
think everyone did that too.
Maybe. I
You just don't remember it.
don't remember any stories of me
Because
crapping
like
myself.
imagine like as a little kid how inconvenient it was to go to the
Oh
bathroom.
hell yeah, man. First of all,
So
you're
it's like
small.
you would just hold it as long as possible and then shit yourself. That's totally normal behavior, as far as I know. Everybody I've talked to about it, and myself included, did the same thing.
I never had
It's
this
just like,
issue.
oh yeah,
so
I'm not gonna take a
it's-
shit today. That would take so much time.
That's a you guys thing. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, me and your brother are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just, why would I have crap in my drawers? No, I just
Well,
don't
you
have
know
any
you
memory
got
of
a
it.
diapper on, so it's all good.
I'm trying to remember if I have any
Once
stories
you're
of being
wearing
gross as a
underwear, then
kid.
it's a different story.
I think the only
I
time
knew
I was
kids who would
gross.
shit outside because they didn't want to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, now that I can kind of make sense of a little bit. You don't want to ride your bike all the way back to your house and crap. I get it. But
Yeah, right, yeah. Or like even just in the backyard, it's like, dude, I'm not going inside. Watch this.
I lied. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never experienced these things. You're a weirdo. I think the only thing that I did that was kind of gross is okay. Now, I'll tell an embarrassing story about myself. I hope my brother will feel better about this. At one of the houses that we lived at when we were little, in the bathroom, in our bathroom, my younger brother and I's bathroom, and it was the messiest bathroom. We had this really cool little trap door in the cabinets underneath the sink, and it had a laundry chute, which I thought was the sickest shit ever. Side story: one time we got locked out of the house, and I climbed up the laundry chute and let us in. It was like Splinter Cell. It was the coolest thing ever. But so one time I really need to pee. It's the most I've ever needed to pee in my life. I'm about to burst open. And so I run up to the bathroom, and my brain does not think. I open up that cabinet and I piss down that laundry chute. And I don't know why I did it. I only realized I did it after I was done, and I realized what physical position I had in the bathroom. And we had a full load of laundry in there. Everyone's clothes got pissed on. But
Yeah, it is what it is. Like as a kid, you kind of don't get why that's bad.
Yeah.
Once I learned that it was cool to piss outside, it was like, oh, wait a minute.
This is a game
Because like
changer.
I grew up hiking a lot, so it's like, oh, I have to pee, and it's like, well, just do it. And then the ocean too. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I can't piss in the ocean. That scares me for some reason. Because, I don't know. Maybe it'll agitate some sort of marine life and it'll come and attack me. I don't know.
Nah, it shows dominance. It's like pissing around a campsite. Keeps the bears off you.
Oh, really? I should piss
I think
more.
so. Yeah.
I should
you
piss
wanna
around my
piss,
workplace.
Like if you get a new house or apartment, you want to piss in all four corners.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, like outside.
Oh, shit. All right. I mean, that'll still be doable, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to Cyraxx shitting himself. But I like how he's looking down, formulating his story. How am I going to get out of this situation?
See him loading in real time.
Oh shit, y'all guys are storming out. Gotta go. Love you guys.
No, man, you wrecked your drawers. That's all
I don't
right.
know why it's storming outside means you have to get off the internet.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make any sense. If it's really bad, you'll just get knocked.
I gotta
off
go to the
internet.
bunker, you guys.
I like this video too. This video is a very haunting quality. This is spooky.
Most of his shit is like this.
This is very unsettling.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's kind of spooky. He kind of blends into the shadows. Oh no! If you took Cyraxx out of here and put another actor in here with this setting, that'd be kind of spookerific. All right. So what's our next video here?
So we can skip the Xbox story because that's an hour long. Let's go to the one after that. We can jump back.
Okay.
If we have to. But
Marty,
this is
cut the video right
so
quick,
Cyraxx
Marty.
claims that
I'm
Marty
here to
has
tell you right
ruined
now, Marty. I
all
know
of
that you had
his,
something to do with me getting kicked off
business
my fucking
ventures
team. I
of
know you're
streaming.
sarcasm.
Oh, okay. It's like the
But as it
crackers.
turns
You
out,
want
he
me to
never made any
yourself.
money on
That's what
anything.
this is all
The
about.
most he ever
So
made
you know
was
what, Marty?
$100
You can
in
take
a
your
month.
offer and shove it up your fucking ass. I would
So-
rather race.
They really do use a lot of the same playbook across these locales, because that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens with Daniel Larson. Daniel Larson is under the impression that he basically has the philosopher's legacy from Metal Gear Solid, just this humongous gymnasium full of money. And, everyone who hates him is stealing the money. Bob is stealing all this money. So I guess he is under the same impression that his music is so successful, he has just warehouses full of cash. And
Yeah, it varies between his music and his e-racing career and then his streaming career. It's, he tried to play Fortnite as a VTuber, which is extra
saw that.
disturbing because
saw
that's involving children.
That's messed up.
Yeah, so like people can say that Marty is a bad guy, I guess. But when it comes down to it, like it's sort of like the Derek Watch. It's like you have to keep tabs on these people
Oh, definitely.
because if you don't, then they're doing whatever they do.
Dude, that's what
on,
I was getting so pissed about
on
with
the internet.
what's his name? Yeah, I heard that the interview that DSP did today was very entertaining. I definitely want to go and watch it.
It was.
That's great. I'm so happy for that because that's my stand ability. Is whenever I say something, I turn out to look like a lying dumbass, and it worked. I said it wasn't going to amount to anything. I said the interview was going to be complete crap. It was hilarious, apparently. Where was I going?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Oh yeah, when he was talking in his Twitch last night, I was talking to him. I get really annoyed with that mentality when it comes to locales. That well, someone does something worse, so why don't you just leave them alone? That doesn't make any sense in history. When has it ever been that if you left an asshole alone, he just stops being an asshole? No, you just don't see the victims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing with Cyraxx and all these jokers.
And there is something to be said too that like even though it's negative attention, if it wasn't for Marty, Cyraxx would have no attention.
That's true. So I one other thing here is his spelling here that he's using here. This Cyraxx. Is this
Yeah.
common? Does he use this often? I've never seen
So
this.
he's changed his name like 5 or 6 times because like the original Cyrax is the Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
character. So he was worried about Warner Brothers coming after him.
I think that's the least of your worries. But,
Yeah. Yeah. Also, he stole that from Eric Scrubbelow, who was an actual label owner who signed Cyraxx because he felt bad for him. There's an interview with him I could maybe look
Team
up.
was.
Okay, I
I
definitely
would
want to
rather
set up a
not
point.
be on a team
Yeah.
than race. for
Why
a
would you need to
fucking-
be
No,
doing it?
I'm not fucking doing it, Marty. You can count me out.
Sorry, it's fine. You don't need to race for me, but why would you need a team anyways for drifting? That's what I don't understand.
No, actually, Marty, you actually kind of. Let me explain to you how.
I do like
drifting
Cyraxx's
works.
chains.
You
They're
do
kind of nice. I
have
think they're all right.
certain teams. You do it like if you ever.
Okay,
watch,
okay.
if you
Real
go back
question:
and
is there
watch,
any
say, a
locale where you kind of like their
professional
style,
Formula Drift
their dress
race,
style?
they do have legitimate teams, and I was on a legit team.
Goes for Chad as
until
well.
you fucking came in and fucked it up for your selfish game, Marty. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to drive me insane so that you can have me put in a group home.
Oh,
You'll
wow.
do anything
I think
to
that would
get
help
it.
you,
You'll
Cyraxx.
do
Sorry,
anything.
can you
No,
stop here?
shut up, Marty.
Cyraxx, I need to
No,
stop.
shut up, old man.
Cyraxx, Cyraxx, no, you need to listen here. Cyraxx, hear me out here. You believe that you were making a living from your music and you made $5.81 from before I ever knew you.
Fuck up, man. Marty, this isn't what that's about. Besides that, I think I
Sorry,
freaking out. Hold on.
Cyraxx, you were already insane. That's my point.
No, I'm not, Marty. See, Marty, that's the thing. I know what your plan is. I know what.
Look, how is $5.81 a living wage?
See, Marty.
Well, it's a good thing
stop
Cyraxx
fucking
lives
muting me
thrifty.
And
That's
let me
not
fucking.
Cyraxx.
Marty, stop fucking muting me and let me say my goddamn piece without you fucking.
Yeah, Little Shadow,
muting
that's
me
good.
Or you
Yeah.
getting in my way, because I'm speaking facts here, okay? Now, if you notice, shut up. If you notice, from 2018 to 2019, from 2018,
I'll be real. I kind of like
really
Cyraxx, Six Erican style. I think some of his outfits look kind of cool.
What did I say, Marty?
Sorry, it's $2 in a year. That's not really good anywhere.
Actually, the reason why it didn't get anywhere, Marty, is because if you take a look at the charts, and you take a look at what went on in 2019, the only reason why I wasn't able to promote it.
So something I just don't get about these dudes, these locale dudes, especially him and Daniel Larson, is they have access to the internet. They can look up who is doing well at whatever album. It's very easy. Do they just never do that and just assume that they're on top at all times?
I guess so. Yeah, I suppose that's what it is. I think also people tell them.
Yeah, it must be.
Because Daniel Larson, you can just say he's like top of the Billboard, and he'll be like, "Yep, I sure am." But I don't know about.
You haven't been anything, Daniel Larson. Anyway, not the Daniel Larson episode, but it's very.
He wrote "Rolling Thunder," dude.
That is true. That song kicks ass.
He's dating Grace Vanderwald.
Yeah, and she's getting beaten up in the parking lot right now.
Yeah, she's gonna bail him out of jail.
Thank you very much, San Antonio Spurs fan. I really appreciate it. I think once we ever do the Daniel Larson thing, the Daniel Larson lore that is my favorite is him and the Olive Garden getting messages that she's getting beaten up in the parking lot. I just imagine they're like doing wrestling moves on her. They built an entire arena and they're, bouncing off the turnbuckle and hitting Grace Vanderwall and shit. And they're pile driving her.
Yeah. They hit her with a steel chair. But wait, what did I just do?
But in that question,
I believe that was the same time that he pulled the fire.
Yes, yeah, that's what it culminated.
The employees were printing out his nudes in the kitchen.
Maybe he could find them. I don't know. Oh man, I guess if I ever met Daniel Larson in real life, I would print out his nude and have him sign it.
Dude, I saw him in real life.
That's crazy.
I saw a
that's incredible.
What's the word? A disheveled homeless man jumping in puddles outside of the Home Depot. And I was like, holy shit, is that Daniel Larson? And then I found out he was in the area that I was driving through.
Oh, that's cool as hell, man. That's like seeing Bigfoot.
Yeah. And then I spoke to a person who said she used to work at the ASPCA. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a long shot. But have you ever heard of someone called Daniel Larson? And she was like, oh yeah.
He is
So
famous.
she was working at the animal shelter that Daniel adopted music from.
Oh yeah.
And
We're gonna have to do a
apparently
Daniel Larson video. Daniel Larson is very fascinating. He's an interesting dude.
oh, well, definitely. And we got to do a Terrier Davis.
Yes, I'm probably gonna have my wife on
And,
for that one because she's a huge fan of his.
hell yeah.
She loves
And
him.
who's the satellite man?
Oh,
Tony
that
Chase.
dude, the pizza guy.
Yeah, Tony Chase.
And I've got a bunch
I
of
like-
weirdos from TikTok I could show off.
I actually like Terrier Davis and Tony Chase.
I like Terry Davis. I think he's a very
Like,
interesting
I don't
man.
think I mean, Terrier Davis has been racist to people, but like other than that, he's a pretty good guy.
And I think he's
So it's
racist
like,
because
yeah,
of pure
Public
impulse.
slurs, I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna philosophize on that, but like
Oh God, little shut up, please.
he's actually a genius.
He is. Dude built his own
And, like-
programming system. That's impressive.
He wrote the kernel, dude. No one does that.
No one writes a compiler.
No, they don't. And Temple OS, like, who's to say it doesn't speak to God?
You know, and God works in mysterious
say?
ways. You know,
Who's to say? Yeah. Yeah, he's actually great. I also don't think he got hit by a train on purpose.
It's because she.
I think it was
that's when all
accidental.
this shit
The only
started,
reason why I
Marty.
think it's accidental
That's
because
why
it's
I
more
wasn't
depressing
making
that
as
way.
much as I should have, but in the long run,
Either
I still
accidental
proved
or they
that I
got
have
him.
what it
They
takes.
got him.
But the problem is,
Okay, so
nobody
the
else
Templars.
knows. Pal, listen, pal.
Let's look
Because
at the
one,
numbers.
I'm not racing for you. I refuse to race for you. I'd rather fucking kill myself
Can you look at these
than
numbers
race
for
for
me?
you. Now, Marty.
Yeah,
stop
Cyraxx
with
tries
the
to pull out his
bullshit.
dick and get you
Stop
banned.
with the bullshit,
Marty,
nigga.
Marty.
See, right there, guys, there's your fucking proof. If you go back and read the charts.
11 cents,
See,
21
Dude, that's
cents,
sad.
10 cents, 15
how the music
cents.
business
That's not
works,
even a
Marty.
gumball,
You
man.
have no idea because you don't do music.
That's like
You
what I
don't know
get
how
back
the
on
music
credit
industry
cards I
works,
don't
pal.
use.
You
Yeah.
really don't.
I mean, I find
Isn't
this in my
it
couch
a
cushions, dude. What is this?
coincidence?
Yeah, this is on the
Marty,
floor of my
Marty,
couch.
isn't it a coincidence, Marty, how
Dude,
when
if you just,
everything
do
started to
some
go
math,
downhill,
this is at
when
least
Ram
several
Records started
$1,000.
up,
Give me the numbers,
which
Cyraxx.
you own.
Almost
Which
a dollar
you
on the
own.
screen.
Cyraxx, are these the numbers?
Isn't that funny, Marty?
I need that
Cyraxx, let me
dollar.
ask you this. Are these the numbers? Are these the right numbers?
Speaking facts, you afraid? Yes,
Cyraxx, are these
I'm
the
not afraid.
numbers?
I'm very
Are these the numbers
confused.
here?
indeed they are. But,
Cyraxx, it's 15
but
cents.
Marty, what you failed to
Oh, you did
realize
it
is
again.
this. I
Yes.
didn't promote it like I should
Yes,
have.
but what you
or I
didn't
should
know
say
is
I
you've
was
activated
unable
my
to,
trap card.
because
He
every
is
time I
very
tried to
much a
promote
Yu-Gi-Oh
it,
character.
Motherfuckers like you would come along.
More
and
people
try to
should
fuck
watch
with
Yu-Gi-Oh.
me,
Have you
and
watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
Cyraxx, you're making less than
No.
a penny a day.
I
It's
just know the
bitches
meme.
it's so
See, fake
fun.
little
It's such a
bitches like
fun
you.
show because
Cyraxx, you're
it's
making
so
less than a
dumb.
penny a day.
Marty.
And it takes
Little
itself so
fake
seriously
bitches
that
like
after a
you
while you kind
are
of
why
get
I'm
into
going
that
dark.
mindset.
That's why I'm not going to be posting for a while.
It's like I'll do
I'm
that to
tired of
someone
being
on Slack
bullied.
at work.
Cyraxx, you're saying it'll drive you insane,
But what you
believe that this
didn't
was
know is you
success
approved
before
the
we ever
order.
met.
No. That's
Yeah,
You're
Marty,
saying it's success
rookie
right now?
mistake.
You're lying through your teeth again, Marty. You
Cyraxx.
really are. And then tell the truth about Ram Ranch Records.
Exactly,
and about
Spurs
how
fan.
the
That's
minute I
Ram
started
Ranch
making bank,
Records,
You
dude.
started to
Cyraxx,
That
I'll
was
bring up the
Marty's
numbers.
label.
No.
Ram
Tell the
Ranch.
truth, Marty. Tell
Yeah.
the truth.
If
You
you know, you
own Ram
know.
Ranch
Uh.
Records. Your label attacked me when I was working with Ian on Bloodshot Records at that.
So what's
current
the end
point in
point with
time.
Cyraxx? When are people going to be
Therefore,
done with this dude?
You and all these little trolls that
When
you
he's in
have
jail.
are the exact fucking reason why I never got anywhere,
Again.
because I had to spend more time defending myself, defending
I can see
my
why he didn't
content.
graduate high
Cyraxx,
school.
making bank is not making less than a penny a day.
Marty, and whose fault is that, Marty? Oh,
Not mine, Cyraxx. You were doing. Listen, these are
Cyraxx,
your
it can't be
figures.
anybody's fault but yours, actually.
Cyraxx, you're making less than a penny a day.
bullshit, bro. Don't give
No
me
bullshit,
that fucking
no.
box to lie.
I have a
Okay, how
gymnasium
many
full of
days
money.
in a month, Cyraxx?
You're lying.
Cyraxx, do you know? Listen, prove you're not a 43. How many days are in a month?
Marty.
Cyraxx, do you know how many days are in a month? Are you
So,
that far gone? How
pause
many
it for
days
a
are in
second.
month?
Yeah.
Marty.
A 43 is the police code for basically a crazy person who wastes the police time.
Oh, okay.
So he's had the police at his house. It was over 108 times,
What?
but it's more than that now.
Dude, that's
It's
no.
probably closer to 150 now.
What for?
Well, they call the cops to say that like people are he thought someone shot an ice bullet into his room. He thought people were like sneaking around in the woods near his house. He calls the police for internet trolling. He calls
Okay,
the
that's good.
police because his Xbox didn't arrive. They like this motherfucker calls the cops constantly.
Okay, so he actually wastes resources. All right, I see.
Big time, dude.
Yes.
But then there's also like countless wellness checks.
All right.
Because like his address is out there. It's not hard to find. I want to do the disclaimer too. Cyraxx is getting trolled enough.
Yeah,
There's no reason to do anything to him.
Look, here at the Internet
He's
Asylum,
in good hands.
we've got plenty of residents here at the Internet Asylum. Please do not tap on the glass. Okay, do not rile these individuals.
Don't touch the poop. Yeah.
They're here
just
for
in
their
case.
treatment. Okay,
I know
You
everyone here is cool, but still, like, yeah, don't. Everyone knows he's a file. He's been exposed. He's on Marty's panel nightly. Like he's handled. The cops know about him.
How familiar do you know about Andy Ditch?
I have some exposure to the poop squatch.
So his record is very much similar with the police calls. That the police are called at least multiple times a day for his weird ass issues. And it's really funny because there's clips of his police calls. And it's so funny how he'll be like, "Hello, 911, what's your emergency?" Ah!
Yeah, he like calls the police to the hospital because they won't let him stay.
It's just a bunch of
Actually, I gotta
disorganized
find
screaming. I mean, I would be pretty scared if I was a 911 operator. I would just assume that this guy is actively getting killed while on the phone. That would be pretty terrifying. But when you know it's Andy Ditch, it becomes super funny. He's just screaming into the phone. Man. Oh, was that a question? What was I going to ask? It was something important. I'll think of it when I keep playing.
Marty, just admit it. You're a fucking liar. And a very bad liar at that. You suck at lying, Marty. You're a fucking
I was going to say,
talker.
I will admit that if I was a millionaire or a billionaire, that is what I would do with my time, is just screw with locals. But I wouldn't go directly, like antagonistic to them. But I would use the power of wealth to do things that would just annoy them. And I would buy a bunch of billboards around Renton and just have dumb shit on there. Like, what are you gonna do, man? I rented the billboard.
Phil spent $200,000 on WWE champions.
Just a picture of his face and it says, "Don't tip this guy."
Or do a business deal with Grace Vanderwald.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like things like that. Like negotiate for a percentage on her albums. And be like, how do you like that, Daniel Larson?
Dude, Daniel Larson is so cool getting money from her. That's your money too, if you think about it.
Yeah. So I just sent you, after this video, I just sent you a magical video.
Okay.
You don't know how to hold up or own up to anything.
I'm not going to pretend like I'm a good person. If I had the money, I would screw with these dudes so hard.
Talker. You're a fucking wannabe,
oh shit,
bro.
$5.81. You're moving up in the world, man.
Because of you.
I don't think it's like mutually exclusive either. Like,
that's all it's ever been about.
You can be a good person
shut the fuck
and
up.
also do internet shenanigans.
Made like 11 cents a month before we knew
DSP is just super wrong about that we're bad people. I'm not a bad person. I'm actually a really nice person.
And you made
it's just I don't like you.
Marty.
Yeah.
Eric, I've given you $10 to enforce.
And like, I'm not going to claim it's like a quest for justice, but like,
just shut the fuck up, you
To
This is all
bullshit a
true. This is all
bullshitter
true, though, Cyraxx.
has
Like,
some
you can't argue
value.
this.
Yeah.
Ignorant bitch.
I would
You're
think he would be able to
ignorant,
take
bro.
it. That's
What do you
another
mean
thing,
argue
is
with
that
this,
this dude was
Cyraxx?
always talking about
How
how,
can I argue with it?
much of an
Very
asshole he
easily.
was and how
The
much of an
fact
Yeah,
that
the
edgelord
king
he
of
is.
hate.
Yeah,
started
you
trolling
can't
me.
take it back. Well,
You
that's too
started
bad.
harassing me in 2018, nigga. Don't
Mm.
fucking lie. That's around
We
the time
disavowed the
when
language
Bloodshot
used by the
Records was
patients
Actually,
here at
around.
that might
Internet
be
Center.
the
That's the time
first.
when
That's the first
somebody
soft A
pretended to be
we've
you,
heard,
and
but
then
it'll
you
get
came forward and
way
said, no,
harder.
this person is not me.
Cyraxx.
So
We do
shut
not
the
It'll get
endorse such
way
language.
Okay, we're gonna
harder
blow this
as
up
we
here.
go.
We're gonna
on.
look at the amount of money you made before
He
we met,
says it a
okay?
lot.
I would be interested to see what
Before
Cyraxx's
we met.
genetic history is.
This is
Like,
before
I would
we
love
met.
to see a
Blah,
23andMe of this dude.
blah, Why don't
Cyraxx,
you guys
A
shut the fuck up?
pedophile and
Seriously,
a
stop with the box of
It's hard.
bullshit,
mentally
bro. I feel
incapable
your
of
ass
raising
wrong
a
and you can't
child.
handle it. So
Yeah,
Marty,
Cyraxx.
fuck
pretty
you.
bad.
Fuck your
I bet
shitty
he'd be
ass
really
team.
stoked if he saw that
I'd
he had
rather
10%
race
black.
alone than race
Oh,
for
the
you
N-words would
any
increase.
goddamn day of the week.
Well,
And to all the little haters, fuck you.
he
I've
might.
stayed
It
off
could
of
go
YouTube
either
for a while
way.
to work on myself
He might be
and
happy
work
that
on
he's
shit that I should
10%
have been
black,
working
No, we're
on
not.
a long goddamn
or
time ago.
You're definitely
I'm
not.
goddamn bullied
I
by
don't
you,
know.
Marty.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
He
working
might have
for
to
you.
stop
I'm tired
using
of
the
you
hard
trying to
R so much.
micromanage me. Oh, and
Okay.
just for the haters out there that think that they run my mouth, that they run my life.
That
and I
gentry is
include you,
not a
Marty,
tree, it's a
you
nut.
don't
Yeah, it's
run
a
shit.
Roboros.
My
Yeah,
life
dude.
is not your fucking business.
Yeah.
My life is no. Shut up. My life, my personal life.
I do like when
is
he tells
my
people to shut
business.
up, though. That's kind of
Now,
funny.
if I tell you
No,
about
shut
it
up.
and I make it your business, then
No,
yes,
shut up.
it's your
Answer the
business from
question.
that
No,
point
shut
on.
up.
But until I make it your business,
Cyraxx, you're doing a really rough
so leave it
interrogation.
the
I can't
fuck
respond.
alone and stay the fuck out of my goddamn life and quit trying to interfere in my goddamn life. And Marty, that includes you.
He always looks like he has tattoos all over his neck, but it's just his disgusting hair.
It's
It
just
isn't.
because I want nothing
weird
to do with you, motherfuckers.
patches,
You're nothing but a
yeah.
shit talking little bitch
You make
that's
less
been
than a
bullying
penny a
me
day.
since 2018, nigga.
You
And
make
you
less
need
than
to
a penny
fucking
a day,
grow up,
Cyraxx.
you goddamn man child.
Cyraxx,
You
don't-
say I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If I am going crazy, you're the reason why.
You
all the
fucking-
bullying,
Cyraxx,
I
all the
wouldn't have
attacks,
to
all
beg
the
if they didn't
harassment,
ruin
nigga,
my
all
income.
Exactly.
that shit that you and Massel reports
But Cyraxx,
and all these other people. No, shut up. All these people that fucking harassed me and bullied me. You guys are the
This is
fucking
just therapy
reason
for this
why.
guy, isn't it?
If I am going insane, y'all niggas
Marty's
are
a
the reason
master
why.
at keeping
And
him
you need to
going,
grow
too.
up. Find someone else to bully and
Hey,
stay the fuck out
He
of my
would
goddamn
have
personal
tattoos
life.
all over
Marty,
his neck and
I
face
never
if he
want to
had
hear
definitely.
from your fucking ass ever again.
Cyraxx, you
You're
think that
gonna
you
leave
make
me the
bank.
fuck
You know,
alone.
you're a successful
You're gonna
musician.
leave me alone, Marty. Stay
And,
out
like,
of my life.
when is
I
it
don't
right
want
to
you in my
send
life,
walk
nigga.
house things?
Get the hint.
I think
Leave me alone
to
and stay out of
send
my goddamn
Cyraxx a
life. I
tattoo
don't want
gun
anything to do with you.
would
Get by,
be
you
awesome.
fucking dirtbag
Yeah.
piece of shit.
There are
Because he'll
Cyraxx.
draw all over his own face.
there are certain things that again that would kind of go with the millionaire thing. If I was a millionaire, I would send stuff to some of these dudes for some reasons.
Yeah.
I would send
yeah.
DSP model kits. I definitely would. It would be a hilarious use of money.
Watch him try to do it.
He would have so much trouble with that. I mean, it's hard
Yeah.
for normal people to do it when they're first starting off. Like, I broke a shit ton of model kits when I first started doing it. This dude, he's going to somehow wind up with the model kits on fire and his house burning down. I don't know how, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think I built like a B-52 bomber as a kid, but that was no painting involved.
Oh, okay.
And then a few the Boy Scout downhill racers, the Pinewood Derby.
Yeah, the Pinewood Derbies.
Made a couple of those.
Oh,
and
yeah, me
those came
too.
out fucking awesome, dude. Like, we didn't win, but like, god damn, that shit looked fly.
Dude, my Boy Scouts was a scam, man. My Boy Scouts was an absolute scam. There were two
Well, they
dudes.
all are.
There was Jason and Matt. I won't give you their last names. And they were sons of the various like grand
just
poobah
watch
ladies. And they would get medals for things that didn't exist. That's how coddled they were. I think
Like,
Jason one
best
time got an award
popcorn.
for smallest fish at the fishing derby. Like, that's bullshit. That's not an
Wait,
award.
what?
So yeah, these
that's not
dudes had
very
everything.
George Washington of you.
No, it was shitty. Those kids, man, I want to look them up to see if they're, on drugs and in prison, but they might be millionaires, so I better not look them up. That's the danger of looking up people who pissed you off in the past. Best to just not know.
Sometimes you're very right and still feel bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, play this one and
Okay.
then play the last one from Discord.
Okay. Cyraxx demands payment.
Oh,
Okay.
you was trash.
Oh,
is
this
the
one's a
one,
good one.
dude.
Deal,
This is
you
the one.
scumbag.
This was
I
nuts.
did my
He's demanding payment
Time
for
for you to
Skull
pay up,
Scratcher
bitch.
comedy,
I held up
which
my
he did
end of
not
the
meet the
deal, man.
requirements
That
I
was
for.
did
not-
what you want to do. I demand payment.
That was
Now! Now! I demand payment now, Nick. I held up my
I just
end.
imagine a
Time for you
goblin.
to pay up, bitch.
This is
He
Rumpelstiltskin.
is a goblin. You don't have to imagine shit.
You're in Nick. You don't pay up. I'm getting a
He's
hold
got
of
Rumpelstiltskin here, pissed as shit.
Hey, either that or I show my cock and I get you banned. Which is it, Nick? Pay up,
Whatever
right?
you prefer, but this you did not. honor
Oh,
the
my
deal.
lord.
Oh, yes, I did, fat fuck little bitch made fuck
You did
boy.
not.
I,
You did
hey,
not.
suck my cock, nigger lover.
Oh, my
Suck
lord.
cock, you loser.
Ooh.
That shows you
Holy
ain't a
shit,
good
dude.
businessman. That shows you ain't doing shit. You're a bitch. You don't hold up your end of the
Oh, my
deal.
goodness gracious.
Here, you want skull scratch? Here you go, nigger boy. Here you
Oh,
go,
Jesus.
bitch.
Man,
You
sir.
happy, bitch? Fuck you, Nick.
Where's the voice?
Fuck
Hey,
you.
you crazy bunch of
Fuck you.
weirdos.
He has
Fuck
last
you.
rag, little shadow.
Fuck
kids.
you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey, you
Fuck
crazy bunch of weirdos.
you. Fuck you.
And I mean that. Dude, that's so funny. Holy shit.
He didn't do the voice though. Even the name and the title was inaccurate.
Get back here,
It was like
Cyraxx.
Skull
Okay, he comes
Scratcher.
back. Okay,
That's
thankfully.
not what we agreed to.
He
That's not
always
what we
comes
agreed to at
back.
all.
Man, I like
Ripping your
Cyraxx.
penis
I'm
out
liking
is-
what
Yeah,
I'm
he
learning from this
titled the
dude.
video
professional,
wrong, therefore
You
he's
want
not
skull
entitled
scratch?
to the
Here you
$20.
go, nigger boy.
Hey,
Here
Chance.
you go, bitch.
Hey, Nick.
Bitch.
Yeah.
You see a little
Where's
skull
the voice?
Oh,
Hey, you
You
crazy.
want to go?
I
You
thought-
want me to delete it? You want me to delete it, Nick? Either pay up or I'm deleting it right now, and you ain't getting shit. So either pay up or it's gone, Nick.
Can I
Right
think about
now.
it?
Right now, Nick.
No, you can delete it. I'm not interested in
Why?
whatever that was. That was
Two.
terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was
Do it.
not Skull Scratcher comedy.
Do it.
That's,
Delete it.
That's actually
Hey.
Soul,
Everyone was. Oh my god.
Nigger boy. Little
That was-
bitch, man.
Soul
You're
Scratcher.
my, yeah, well, guess what? You're an embarrassment, you pussy ass
That
little
was Soul
lipstick.
Scratcher.
Yeah, well, your mom's a cocksucker just like your daddy. You're
Yeah.
a bitch. Yeah, you're a fucking.
Dude, you got stuff in your beard there, Rasputin.
Because you're a dick sucker, nigger
Got,
boy.
like,
You
fucking
fucking
lice in
pathetic
his
white
beard.
trash.
Dude, are you just gonna
pathetic
do this
loser.
entire video with
You
your dick hanging out?
non-businessman having asshole.
You
Marty's
did
quick on the
loser.
draw,
honor
though.
the deal.
Suck at business, nigga. You suck at business.
Well, how much did you make
You
today?
Uh-oh. Oh, that's funny. Hold on, I want to see that again.
Suck at business.
Well, how much did you make
You
today?
You suck at business.
That's
How
like
much
when
did you make
DSP
today?
saw down from the rafters. At this moment, he knew that he fucked up.
This is when Craig is not on board with apologizing. That's when Low Tier God finds out that the information leaked that he had a daughter. Oh man, that's a good face.
You fucking owe me $100. You.
No,
piece
dude,
of
Little
shit.
Shadow, it's
You
gross as
Skull
hell.
Scratcher
Oh,
comedy.
dude,
Hey,
he's.
that.
You can tell how
Hey,
mad he
he's
is
Skull
by how
Scratcher comedy.
saturated
There,
that beard
there,
is.
nigger boy.
You
There's
do the
your
voice?
comedy. Oh, by the way, you want comedy? Look in the mirror, faggot. Look in the goddamn
Again, we
mirror.
disavow the
Look
language of
in
these
the mirror,
patients.
nigger boy.
Gotta
Look in the
do
mirror,
Yeah.
trash. Look in the mirror, trash.
You
Look
gotta
in the
do the
mirror,
voice.
trash face.
Dude, his
gotta
eyes are
Hey.
looking straight up two
Hey,
directions.
dumbass.
Yes,
Look
Yeah.
in the
it's
mirror,
very
Nick.
unsettling.
I'm
I can't
like
look away.
pretty
Mirror,
sure
nigga.
you
Look
don't
in the
see his
mirror,
dick on
Nick.
this.
You're
But
the
like,
comedian. You're the
It'll be
yeah,
an
it's on
interesting
YouTube.
first
It's
episode.
on YouTube. It's fine. It's
Skull
fine.
Scratcher, bro.
Because
You
I
ain't
was
gonna
looking
pay
through
me, then
Rumble,
fuck
and I'm
that.
like, I can't
Then
put
fuck
this
that
up.
shit. If you
So
ain't
that's another question I have. Where does he do his stuff? Where does
Who, Marty?
Cyraxx? Where do you find Cyraxx? New raw content.
I don't know. I only watch him through Marty.
Okay.
you're gonna pay me to fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, because if he's gonna
Fuck
keep whipping
you.
his dick
He's
out,
been
he
on
definitely can't do that
Twitch.
on YouTube.
Fuck your mama.
Yeah, he
Fuck
only
you,
does
and
those
fuck
to
your
get
whole
Marty
damn
banned.
family, bitch.
I'll pay you.
Oh, by
Or
the
when
way,
he's talking
that's why
to
your
a
sister was on my
14-year-old.
dick
Oh,
last
okay.
night, man. Because you obviously can't please your own sister. We all know you're into incest.
Why would I want to please
Did
my
you
own
hear
sister?
that?
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah. Okay.
We all know that you like that incest, bitch.
Oh, okay. That's the angle we're going with here.
Sister, that's why she came to me last night.
Why would I
rode
please my own
dick.
sister?
That's why your sister rode my
Look, I
dick.
feel like we're getting
It's
distracted.
gonna
Where's the payment at?
That's
Why would I please my own
I forgot. That wasn't your sister. That was your girlfriend that rode my dick last night, bitch. You
Karen?
obviously can't please her, bro. That's why she rode my dick. Because you ain't doing nothing for her, you fat fucking piece of
Karen
shit.
rode your dick
You
last
ain't no businessman, nigga. You done see y'all. This kind of dude right here. This dude doesn't even know how
craziest
to run
shit.
business. He sucks.
And he lives
He's
with
a
his grandma,
loser.
right?
He's a
Yes.
fucking idiot.
So she's
I
hearing all
told
this.
man straight up
Yep.
that I would
Sometimes
do it for
she
an hour
intervenes.
on my
Yeah,
channel.
but that wasn't
But
Skull
God
Sometimes
Scratcher
she's like,
comedy.
"Chance,
That
keep
was-
it down."
That was
No,
not
no,
Skull
that's-
Scratcher comedy.
And it
then
looks
everyone's
like it's
listen
night.
to your
It was
grandma.
not,
That was
though.
the best show, really, nigga.
No.
Oh, you want skull scratcher comedy? Here's a joke for you, Marty.
Okay.
What's lazy, fat, and doesn't do anything at all day except
Dark
run
Side
their
Phil.
mouth? Oh wait, it's you.
Oh, well, I thought I was
It's
close.
you.
Boogie
Who
two nine
sucks
eight
at
eight.
business? You.
Yeah, you got to give a
Who's
shout out
the-
to
who's the-
Astroff
who's the
from
comedian
PayPal.
here? You. Who's the fat, lazy, bald
I
bitch?
got to give a shout out to
you
Dominic
again,
from
Nick.
PayPal for the
So
25.
fuck skull scratcher,
I'm
nigger
gonna
boy.
give a shout out to DJ
Fuck
Keith.
you, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Nick.
Cyraxx, if
You
you do-
suck
Dude, I
at
can't-
business,
Look,
bro.
okay.
And you
Hold on, let me pause it here. Let me get a better
you can
freeze
bet your
frame.
ass I'm gonna tell.
So, the thing, what are the order of things that you're transfixed by when you look at him? The first thing for me are his eyes and his weird ass eyebrows. He has the weirdest eyebrows I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen these in a character creator ever.
It's like, well, in this frame, it's eyes, eyebrows, and then whatever's in his beard.
Yeah,
If it's a close up, then it's the teeth. And
yeah.
if it's if the camera's up a little bit, it's the head scabs jump out at you.
All right. When he doesn't have his beard all the way, I
Or,
also notice his.
Of course, if his dick is out,
Yeah.
then that's
Obviously, that's the star of the show.
Like that, yeah. I mean, like that's what the camera's focused on. That's what you're saying.
His weird shoulder line is very unsettling to me as well. I've never seen a shoulder line that goes up to the base of the skull.
Like he's built like a fucking peasant. Actually, no, he's not, because peasants were probably built.
Yeah, they were super in shape.
They were tilling the fields.
This guy is built
This
like a
dude's,
pharaoh.
like never moved.
Let me see if I can find this, and hopefully it's not too horrible, but it kind of reminds me of this. They did a digital reconstruction of Tutankhamun, and it looks like Cyraxx. So let's see if I can find this. Digital reconstruction. Because King Tutankhamun was super inbred. He was inbred to shit and back. So, like all royalty was. Yeah, here it is. So this is what we're working with here. It's just this malformed body.
Oh no.
And you can't see the foot, unfortunately, chat, because it's just, I don't have it cropped that way. But his left foot is tilted diagonally inward. And yeah, that's what Cyraxx reminds me of. He reminds me of generations of inbreeding. Like, this isn't normal. People don't look like that. People don't look like this.
Saren.
No.
So have fun getting bitched out, fuck.
Well, you also okay. Well, all right. I mean, this is degenerated rapidly. Yeah, like he's
Okay.
Degenerated rapidly.
That's a good quote for Cyraxx.
It sure has, Marty. It sure has.
And so is this the video? Oh, you wanted me to bring up the other one. That's right. Hold on.
The one from well, we could watch the fight. That would be fine.
So this is the
too.
fight.
Yeah,
And the one
might
you're
as
asking
well.
is a Music Biz Marty called Spectrum, that one?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like the most beautiful trolling I've ever
White
seen.
off.
So this is Marty got an Airbnb around the corner from Cyraxx's house.
Oh,
And
I
this
love
is,
it.
I believe, a Ring camera. So the fight takes place in the bottom left.
Okay.
It's like barely visible, but the sound.
Oh, here he is.
Okay.
The sound is what matters. So here comes a goblin.
Come on by, buddy boy. Come on by, Cyraxx.
He's walking like about to cross the street by that telephone pole.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Cyraxx inbound.
Come over.
And there's Marty. Bam. Bam. Hammer fist.
Why would you leave me alone, boy?
Cyraxx, come on, fight back, dude. Wow, this guy can squeal, eh?
Then run away now. Shut the fuck up. Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm begging you. Please. Get the fuck out of here. Get up. Get the fuck up.
All right, well, see you again next time.
That's it for that. Bitch. So there was a stream after this where he like Marty is like, yeah, people are telling me I did a great thing and like that was good and this and that. And he's like, I don't really feel too good about it. I mean, I beat up a weak, retarded guy. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
It's
And then Cyraxx tried to say that like Marty was wearing a thong. So Marty is like, dude, how come when you tried to fight me you had a boner?
he was just
And,
that
like,
excited
who
for it.
cares if it's true? Who cares if it's true? It's so funny.
Look, man. It's kind of like Brock Sampson. Sometimes he just got aroused while fighting. It happens.
Yeah.
Okay, you know. It just hope that by the
Yeah.
time this is over, I can find someone who's willing to help me finish the rest of this night. You know.
And that is a through line of this thing is so Cyraxx is always like, why do you come after me? And like, there's something where Marty at some point said that he was attracted to Cyraxx
Oh my
and
goodness.
wanted to date him. And because Cyraxx denied his advances, that's why he trolls him.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
And like Cyraxx will bring that up constantly, and like, obviously that's not like.
No, it's what
of course
LTG
not.
thinks. So yeah, it's just.
However, though, there was one time Marty sent grinder dates to Cyraxx's house, and one of those grinder dates saw Cyraxx and was still interested. So there are people out there. Also, Cyraxx has had a few girlfriends, like real ones that were
Yeah.
like on camera with him. Like it has happened
Yeah.
somehow.
Look-
I don't really understand it, but like, you know, to each their own.
I'm trying not to be judgmental here, but
Who am
I
I to
live
judge?
I live close. I've got kind of
Maybe
good
they
disparity.
didn't know he's the file. I don't know.
They were reconsidering it the whole time. I live kind of next to a city and also some rural area. I'm kind of right in the middle of it. And there are some rural areas where, you know, the only thing they have in town is a gas station and a subway. And there are some dudes who don't look as bad as Cyraxx, but also just kind of ugly looking dudes in general. They all have girlfriends. It's very weird how that happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's people out in the country. They're like, all right, well, I don't really have a lot of options. You want to go to Subway? You know?
And like, I would like to say, in a just world, it's maybe because they have a good personality. But Cyraxx does not.
No.
And he still had girlfriends, so like, I don't know, like, and some people are just
Maybe they just like that. Maybe they like the head scabs or whatnot. I mean, people have kinks
God
for
damn
everything,
it,
really.
dude. Like,
really?
how do you like bed bugs and rats crawling all over you?
Have you heard of the caveman kink?
No, I'm afraid to ask.
Well, it's kind of intuitive. Basically, just the
Mhm.
kink that a man is fat, sweaty, hairy, and stinky, and that it's hot because it's like a caveman. I cannot understand
I can
this.
do that.
I cannot get. If I was a
could
woman, I
not
would not think
shower
that would
for
be
a day.
acceptable
I
whatsoever.
could not shower for a couple days, and I got all those other qualities. So,
So
like,
it could very well be that Cyraxx kind of fits some sort of very particular kink for him, and
I work pretty hard not to be stinky, but I am fat
yeah,
and hairy.
yeah,
So, like, you know, I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe I'm playing it wrong
Yeah, you
here.
got to get into the caveman
I
approach, man. You got to get into that
I
kink.
gotta walk around with fucking tattered loincloth and
Yeah,
no
just start
shirt
clubbing
on.
people.
Yeah, threatening to bash people. Yeah, sure.
Get super concerned about technology and whatnot. Start screaming at it.
That's like kind of what I did when I lived in Philly. Like, if we were going to the corner store at night, it's like, take all my jewelry off, don't shower, only bring as much cash as I'm about to spend. And then anyone who says anything is just like, what the fuck did you just say? It's basically caveman mode.
Yeah,
Ooga
okay.
ooga, smash.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good survival
what's
technique.
the dude from Aqua Teen?
Oh, oog,
Oog?
oog.
Oog, yeah. Oog want clam digger. Oog smash. Get rock. Yeah, like
No
I was
clam
like
digger.
ready to bash somebody.
No, that's
It's
good
like,
stuff.
hit you with 40 ouncer.
The other thing about this video that I noticed is that it appears to be raining.
It
How
is.
sad is that? That not DSP, Cyraxx got his ass beat
beat
in the rain. Like it's just so poetic, like a movie, dude.
Yeah. His
Uh,
life. So he always pictured his life as a movie, just not the movie he wants to be in.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
life though. I think for all of us,
he
that's
thought
life.
he was in Rocky, but he was actually in like Requiem for a Dream.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Even though he doesn't do drugs, except when Sally sneaks weed into his hot pockets.
What? That sounds pretty cool. Weed and hot pockets.
Yeah, Sally was trying to like slip weed into his food to calm him down. Cause like he's a maniac. Like he's choked Sally out before.
That's crazy.
And then one time he tried to get heated with Ed, and Ed punched him in the face.
That's funny as well.
These will all be for next time. There's so much more we can.
Yeah, I need to learn more about Cyraxx. Something else
Yeah.
that you mentioned though, that Music Biz Marty said that he didn't feel any sort of satisfaction out of fighting him. That's also what I
No.
kind of feel about DSP, in that we all want to hurt the guy. I think it's just a very natural thing, is that he's just such an obnoxious piece of shit. You are very inclined to want to hurt him.
Yeah, like hurt his pride.
I mean, but like swing on him too. Like I think
Sometimes.
I think all
if
of
he
us at
said
one
the wrong
point,
thing, maybe.
all of us at one point thought, okay, if
Because
he's in an alley,
if you met him,
Yeah.
you met him in real life, he wouldn't say.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yo, I'm a detractor. What do you want to say about that? He wouldn't say shit.
Oh no, he would
course he
waddle off
wouldn't.
to his car.
And I avoid fights too. Like I don't particularly want.
No, I don't like getting in fights. I feel like
It's not fun. Like in high school, it was fun,
Yeah.
but like as an adult, it's like, dude, I don't want to like batter a homeless person. That would
No.
just be.
I
wouldn't
also
feel
just
good
don't want
about
to
it
treat
at
my
all.
injuries. I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah, or get Hep B or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, San Antonio weed pockets do sound.
Yeah,
fun.
that does sound cool. That might be for the next
Yeah,
going green.
I'm down for those. Yeah,
I think similarly, like I wouldn't feel good if I beat up Phil. I just wouldn't, because he's such a pathetic
no, I
ass
just want to
individual.
like trip him.
I want to
wanna
shake
do,
him.
like, give him a wedgie. I want to do like schoolyard shit that
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
do to my friends type of shit to him. And be
Shove him
like,
into
yeah,
the
you
urinal.
fucking tough guy, huh? Yeah, basically. Yeah, trip him, pants him, that type of shit. Like just Goomba type shit. Like
No,
I
I
don't want to
can get behind
actually
that.
I don't want to actually batter him that much.
No.
Despite what I may have said on previous streams.
No. It
Depends
just
on what he's saying at the time. Like if he was saying that to my face, then yeah.
Yeah.
But like he's not, and like to take it out on him that way would be. It doesn't really make sense. You're not really teaching him a lesson.
No, he will
'cause
never
he
learn anything
didn't
anyway.
say it to you. Like if someone says that, like if someone gets in your face and says like no one would care if you never existed, then it's like I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah,
But
in
like,
time go.
he doesn't know me.
No.
So like it's not quite the same. Jaha had a reason.
Yeah.
But even Jaha was like, dude, I can't fucking
This dude's
like,
too
I can't-
pathetic.
I can't kick this guy in the head. He's on the ground crying.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's
dude.
just too
It's like,
shameful.
there's no sport in this. It's
Yeah.
not right. Marty, though, did the right thing here. Like,
Yeah.
Cyraxx ran up on him. Like, what are you going to do, dude? You're on your own property. What are you going to do? Yeah, paddle him. yeah.
All right, so we got this possibly
Yeah,
the
play
last
the one from the Discord.
Okay.
The Comcast, whatever it is, Spectrum.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this one is so fucking funny. This might be like my favorite. Cyraxx isn't even on this, but this is like my favorite.
I
piece
thought
of
I had the good
Cyraxx
later.
content.
Hang on a second here.
Okay.
So this is Marty calling. Somehow he got Cyraxx's password for his cable.
Okay. Oh, that's good
And
stuff.
he's gonna get a bunch of channels unlocked. You can hear him smoking a cigarette.
Okay. Well, I was going to give out Cyraxx's cable login information, but since Memphis J isn't tipping, I'm not going to anymore. Yeah, I got distracted, dude. I got distracted. I got distracted. It happens sometimes.
It happens.
Have you ever been distracted in your life? No? Well, then it must be great to be perfect. Like, I have attention deficit disorder, and I got distracted.
Mind if I put this at 1.25?
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, that would probably be good. Once he gets into it,
Okay,
gets
okay.
funny. I don't know how long the
Whatever,
preamble
dude.
is here.
Whatever. So, look,
Also,
I think
DSP,
I'm gonna segue
even
from
if you
Cyraxx
beat his
stuff,
ass, like you said, you
which
wouldn't
is,
learn anything from it.
with
I've been in
most
fights
people
that I've
for them, at
lost,
least, like,
and I
the
learned that
Boones
I shouldn't have been an asshole.
and the Dullards.
DSP
instead,
would have
yeah,
his shit rocked
I'm going to appeal the
and
wise
would
men
just
like
come
you.
away assuming that he did
Very
nothing
few
wrong.
as there may be.
DSP also
And,
wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to enlighten you with a
Because
secret
it's like I've
that'll afford you generational wealth.
lost.
forever.
Like me and my
Okay.
friends used to beat each other up all the
So,
time, and it's
listen,
like you lose
Nader,
a
no,
lot,
Nader, this is, let's
but
get
you
serious
still
here.
get some respect that you did.
Play the call again.
Yes,
the call was
that you
live.
participated.
DSP
Someone
wouldn't do
knows,
it.
okay.
Even Cyraxx, he did try
Have you
to
seen
fight
that
Marty.
movie with those
And
blackjack
Marty's
boys
like
from MIT?
6'3", like 300
I'm
pounds.
going to ask you this: what enabled
And
those
Cyraxx
blackjack
is like
boys to afford
4'11".
themselves a sizable and hearty income?
So
Okay.
like he did show up.
I'm
That's
gonna tell you.
something.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is that they had an advantage. Now, in terms of gambling,
You skip ahead a little bit.
if you can have a very slight
Let's get
edge,
to
such
the
as
call.
56% restoration cycle, greatness is okay. So where I give this info is like they're missing like a very 234 417
There it is.
4639.
Perfect.
Sorry, please say or enter the 10-digit phone number on your account.
I'm gonna buy like all the baseball patches.
So he's gonna buy all these packages, and the bill's gonna go right to Cyraxx.
Yes.
Dude, that's some good shit, man. That's the kind of
It's
good
pretty
tool.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not technically
I'm
like
pulling up your information.
it's sort of off limits, but like
It is a
it's
crime.
really funny.
It is a crime, but it's
MLB
so
baseball
funny.
package.
You're calling about sports channels or packages. Is that right?
Yes.
SpongeBob episode where the fish says, "How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?"
Sorry.
It's Phil in a nutshell. Exactly.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay, please choose one of these options. Add channel.
Once he gets online with the
Add channels.
representative, put it to normal speed.
Okay.
Add sports channels or packages. You can simply choose to channel 2495.
It's a full stream too. Okay.
Visit spectrum.com.
Yeah, it's pretty long, but like we'll get to the good part.
Oh no, I'm sure. And we're gonna. I think after this, we're gonna transition over to this. There's a Chris Chan bit of lore for you guys. It's pretty minor. And then we're gonna look at my contribution to the first episode, and that is a crazy ass individual on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I intentionally
Hello.
didn't watch it.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. To help out, let's try switching to touchdown only for the rest of the
Fine.
call. To hear the
Skip
channel and website
forward a
address
little bit.
again. Channel address.
We'll get to the person.
Hello, thank you for calling into Spectrum. My name
There
is
we go.
Jennifer. How may I help you?
Hey Jennifer, I'm a big Cleveland Indians fan before they became the Guardians, but let's not get all politically correct here. I'm gonna have a sports package.
Okay, well, I'd be more than happy to go over a brief report. Could you confirm your name?
Yeah, Sally
And I
Wilkins.
love that he's just muting and laughing the whole time.
That's so good.
339 White Street, Akron, Ohio.
Dude, okay, hold on, quick pause. Did you ever
Entertainment purposes only, not a real address.
did you ever watch the old Arnold Schwarzenegger prank phone calls?
Yeah, that was my answering message for years. Arnold's Pizza Shop.
Yes,
Jerky
stuff like
Boys.
that.
Yes.
The soundboard ones where they would call people up at the soundboard. Some of the
Yeah,
funniest
I'm
shit I've ever
Detective
heard
John
in my life.
Thimble. Yeah,
The
yeah.
best one ever. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys so you guys can watch it at your own leisure. Let's see if I can find it. Arnold calls a Canadian bar. It's so funny because at one point he starts firing a gun during the conversation.
I had the whole Arnold's Pizza Shop as my answering message on my first cell phone.
Hello? Who are you? My name is Joseph. I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me. I belong to you? Yes!
One of us is in deep trouble.
I'm in deep trouble?
Yes. Impersonating an officer, resisting arrest, fraud, reckless driving, and lying to the sheriff.
Why
Yeah.
are you sure that you dialed the right number?
Yes! Hey, I'm a police officer, so don't give me that crap.
You're a police officer?
But anyway, I can't get into it because this is a Cyraxx show. But those were so damn funny. The guy who did this was named Seiko. He did so many of these videos, and they're pretty much all funny as hell. There's another one that he does, and it's called the Springfield, and it's this dude. I don't know the context of the original audio clip, but it's this guy basically having phone sex. And so they'll use the sound clips from this guy having phone sex, and they'll just call up people, and he'd be like, "Hello, how are you? What's up? Yeah, I've got an 8-inch cock and it's fat. You want to suck it?" just out of nowhere, out the gate. And there's some pretty funny ones with some people are like, "Yeah, dude, I mean, I got nothing I'm doing today. Bring it over."
Yeah, when people go along with it.
As a matter of fact, I do. Yeah, it's 1357.
Thank you. So we do offer the sports pack for $6 per month.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it.
Is that what you would like?
Yeah. What else you got?
As far as sports?
No, just like I'm feeling high on the hog.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, premium channels, HBO, Showtime, Stars on.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, so you want all the premiums?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm going to be adding the sports pack, MGM Stars, Showtime, Cinemax.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can hear hear him laughing.
I think he's muting himself.
Sure, absolutely. Okay.
Man, this is good stuff, man.
I'm gonna put a prank call thing in the Discord as well. Not in this one, in like the general.
Okay. I used
For
to have a
anyone who's
whole ass
interested.
playlist of these. I gotta find it. I gotta find my old playlist. It's on one of my other. I've got like 4 other YouTube accounts that I have that is just I abandoned. It's probably on one of those. I had one when I was doing videos with my friends. It was kind of like the Project 7 situation for me, where I felt like I was putting a lot of work into this project and other people were kind of dicking around. But it's cool. Me and my friends were basically just trying to be super best friends, and it didn't really work out because I was the only funny one.
What are they waiting for? It's a little suspicious.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I mean,
The good
WrestleMania
part
this
is
year?
coming up.
Dope, dope. Yo, so do you know when WrestleMania is this year? Like WrestleMania? Do you know when WrestleMania comes around?
What is WWE Network?
Excuse me?
Yeah, let me get that. Yeah, I mean, my
Oh, WE Network.
I want in on that.
Okay, for sure.
All
I
right.
think WrestleMania is more of like where you purchase the fights kind of thing when
Yeah.
they're airing. Okay, and I can give you information. Give me a moment here.
Okay.
Yeah, just pre-purchase it.
Yeah,
Just
what
buy it
about
all, man.
SummerSlam?
Give me
What's
one of
that?
Okay,
everything.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, I want it all.
Oh yeah, give me a couple lanyards too.
I want it all.
Yeah.
You guys got any like cups or shirts? Yeah, give me some of that too. Send them to my house.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
what
part's
happened from
coming
this?
out. He gets some real interesting channels soon.
No, take your time.
Captain Stabbin?
He's being so polite too, which is like awesome.
When you gonna make a Gundam podcast? I'd have to find some people to host with it, because it's not as entertaining as you think just having one person talk about it.
Fuck up. Just figure that.
You have to have people in there who are going to be wrong, and that's not going to be me. So that's my gatekeeping. That's because you guys saw it with Snood. I came at his ass super fast when it came to all right, we got to verify if you're a Gundam fan or not.
Oh, you gotta get the WNBA package.
He just started, so I mean.
All right, so channel's added. Now let's look at the pay-per-view for WrestleMania.
Yeah, give them all.
So it looks like as far as WrestleMania, next event. So there's an AEW Forbidden.
I mean, I'm more of a WWF guy, but like, I love wrestling as a whole. Like, so.
Yeah, throw it on there. Add to cart.
Well, let me see. I don't show any WWF. Let me see WWE.
Tomato, tomato.
Let me check SummerSlam.
Hey, it's all the same. Just throw wrestling on there, dude.
No, it'll only show any pay-per-view events if it's like a week that it is airing. At this moment, I don't show any events for WWE, WWF, or SummerSlam.
All right, how about the WNBA package? I'm a big Connecticut Sun fan. I don't know about you. You know, I prefer the NBA, but like when it's out of season, yeah, I'll settle for some WNBA. You got the WNBA package?
And I'm not so. There is seasonal sports if that's what you're looking for.
Well, tell me more.
As far as seasonal sports right now.
Okay.
There we go. So seasonal sports I've got is MLB only.
Okay. Can I like pre-reserve NFL Sunday ticket?
We do no. That's gonna be through DirecTV only.
Okay. Okay.
Damn. All right. Scam defeated there.
How about the Spice Network? Is that still a thing?
Spice Network?
This is the good part.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, erotic.
Okay. We do have adult channels. We've got things like Hustler, Playboy,
Oh.
TV.
Okay.
Are you wanting maybe some adult channels as well?
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, so with the list here, let me go into the adult network.
Grab them all. Add to cart.
So I've got Real Adult, 10 Adult Hustler, Vivid, Kids, Playboy, Manhandle, and here.
Manhandle?
Yeah. That's all right. That's the winner.
What does that consist of?
I'm not sure. They don't give us a description.
Yeah, that's probably for the
Is it gonna
best.
show up on the bill? Like.
It would show up as a discrete.
Okay, then give me it. Then give me it. I'll take it. Okay.
Each one is $15.99. The
Done.
Playboy is $19.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I look. I'm gonna kind of put myself on blast here. I'm gonna be on my phone. I'm gonna go to private search, private window, and I'm gonna look up what Manhandle is. What I just want to know. What did he just sign up for?
I think you know what it is.
Yes. So let's verify this.
Keep it playing though.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. All right.
I'll take it.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've never looked it up. I have a pretty good idea of what it might be.
Alright, so there's about 10 adult networks I'm gonna have.
We'll just get them all on there.
Pop, but I think it's very affordable. Like, yeah, it's like $5 a day over the course of a month.
Look, I'm planning on spanking it while
Yeah.
watching the football
Sign me
game.
up.
Okay, so I went ahead and added that to the save order. Now, everything we're doing, you won't be charged until your next bill.
That's fine.
But these channels take up to an hour to start working. Normally, they're immediate.
Okay.
I have added all channels.
Perfect.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And it's making me override it again. I'm going to put you on one more brief hold, okay?
Mm.
I have a general an inkling of what the Manhandle Network might consist of.
The Manhandle Network.
Well, I mean, okay.
That's what I'm talking.
The reason why I hesitate is it S&M where the man handles the woman, or is it just straight up gay porn? Because I don't know, Cyraxx might get into one but not the other.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Tucker Max in his book described a club he went to called the Manhole. I would assume it's similar to that.
Okay.
I don't know the Spice Network anymore.
I guess I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe.
The Manhandle
And I
Network is
believe
still deployed,
Cyraxx
I guess.
confronted Marty about this later, and he
Silent
was
Times.
like, "I know it was you that made my family's cable bill $1,500."
I was wondering how he responded to it. I would be pretty pissed if this happened to me, actually.
Nobody cares.
Not even, honestly, it wouldn't even really be about the money, but it would be about me having to do a phone call to fix all this
Dispute
shit.
it on your credit card.
Yeah. I just don't want to do that crap. I hate phone calls. I just hate them.
How dumb are these people?
I don't want to deal with
And
them.
this is a for entertainment purposes only.
It's not a bad tip.
You can do a couple wild things on a credit card a year and just say it wasn't you.
Yeah. Oh, look, I may have done the same thing. I may have bought something and it was more expensive than I thought, and I was like, dude, I didn't buy that.
Like, you can't do it with a car, but
Okay,
like,
so like
if you
my
really
better
wanted
half,
the Manhandle,
you know, she's
Network,
not
you
as,
might be able
like,
to get away with it.
progressive.
For a
Yeah,
month.
just get on there for a few
She's
days,
with,
get some manhandling in,
teen
and be like, dude, I had
You
no
see
idea.
as much as you needed
Is there any
to
way I could
see,
change the
but-
password?
Look,
like,
I had to
the PIN code
investigate
to
the
this
channel
account
a
as
little
well,
bit
like,
to
just
see if
so
it
she
was
doesn't,
what I
like,
ordered,
crazy
and I didn't
shit
order
with
this.
us.
All right, that's the end of this video. I just wanted to hear the Manhandle Network.
It's a good one. That's some funny ass shit. So you sent us this one about the food hack with King Cobra, but I think we're gonna have to get to that one another day because of the just how much
Fine by
time
me.
I've got available. So this is a post from the illustrious Chris Chan. Chris Chan, the only real place that you can find any of his insanity anymore is Twitter, which is a bummer because you said you don't have Twitter, and a lot of people don't have Twitter.
Nah.
But it's the only place you can really get consistent Chris Chan weirdness. Because if you go to his page, it's just nothing but weird crap the entire time. Now, thankfully, he's not like Derek and he doesn't just post porn, but he'll have weird ass arguments with nothing. It's quite fascinating. But this is a post that he did a couple days ago, and I'll read it aloud in case anyone's working on their car or something while they're listening to this. I have just realized something else. I've actually read from one individual's complaints that they have started feeling bored from my recent conduct that was recorded in videos. Read this and learn now. Well, that boredom of yours is not actual boredom. Rather or not you read this, but it is a realization within yourself that you have yet to find and love yourself in true soul searching, in your own soul searching. This has stemmed from how much I have found myself and found inner peace within the moments and better matured, as well as my intuition and powers having vast improved. A fair comparison is someone who literally foreknows the future in as great detail as possible, so they can enjoy the moments as they come. So let's stop there. Basically, this whole thing came from one of DSP's little rants that he goes on, where he gets annoyed when people say that he's boring. And it's just telling it like it is. The dude's just boring. And apparently this happened with Chris Chan. People were telling him that his streams were boring, which I can confirm they are. His streams are boring. Apparently, if you're bored, it's because you haven't self-actualized. You haven't gone on a spirit journey.
Oh my God. He's pretentious now.
Yes. I'm too cool for you to be bored by me. Furthermore,
I get why you don't like it. It's because you just don't understand my intellect.
Yeah. Look, I'm speaking from a higher place than you. If you were a 4-year-old in a university, you wouldn't understand what this guy's talking about.
If you haven't banged your own mom,
you just until you hit where you came from, you're never going to understand. Unless you revisit the same tube, you will never really understand. But also notice here that he's saying that this is a soul-searching thing that enabled him to become unboring. But if people are supposed to do the same thing, aren't they going to become Jesus too? So if we're all Jesus, how does that work for you, Christian? This was definitely me after I found myself in my past life as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It does take the time and patience to learn and get accustomed to the mindset. This is harder to attain when one is constantly obsessed with physical life events and some work that requires their constant conscious focus. This can also make them more prone to demonic influence and temptations towards dark and toxic habits,
Such as
being
banging
mean to
your
him.
mom.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's probably that's a good one. This is really insulting in a way, because what he's saying here, at least that's what I read here, maybe you can correct me, is that if you work so much and you busy yourself with day-to-day affairs, you can't be as smart as me. You can't be as gifted as me. You can't be as wholesome as me. So we should just all be unemployed, Christian? How the hell are you going to get paid? Because Christian lives off of the government. He lives off of SSI.
And selling rocks out of his driveway.
Yes. So if he
Sonichu medallions.
Yeah, Sonichu medallions and like what's it? Etsy.
Yeah, like handmade comic editions.
Yeah. Just trash content, really. Though I will be honest, if someone gifted me a copy of any sort of Sonichu comic, I would super treasure that. Now I would never open it because there's probably some sort of plague in there. But I would have that. That'd be cool. I'm never gonna buy it.
I'd frame it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be in my background.
And then take it down before anyone comes over. But yeah, I would frame it.
Oh no, there's where I disagree. I'm leaving it up. I want people to ask about it.
You want them to know.
It's a conversation starter. Hey, what's that? What is that? Is it a comic book? Did you draw that when you were a kid? No. Okay, so this was drawn by an actual literal motherfucker.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So.
And like I debated gifting someone a Sonichu medallion like years and years ago, and I'm so glad I didn't, because it would have ruined their life.
Yes, that shit.
I didn't know it was cursed at the time.
I believe that. I'm not a really suspicious dude, but I'm not risking it.
I've gifted people the Pig Roach figurine, the like mini version.
Oh yeah,
that Darksea makes, and like that's great, because like that doesn't have
that doesn't have a curse, because it was made by wholesome people.
Curse. Yeah, right. Yeah, the Sonichu, like the Sonichu medallion, like I thought it was funny, and it's like, no, that is not to be trifled with.
No, absolutely not. That's a dangerous artifact.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like you played Assassin's Creed, right?
Yeah.
What it would be really wild. I wonder if I could get some of the creators to get on board with this, that one of the pieces of Eden is buried inside Chris Chan's medallion.
I thought you were going to say inside Chris Chan's ass.
Well, it was shoved up there at one point.
Yeah, actually, very true. Very true.
Yeah. That would be so funny. You'd have like an assassin casing the joint and taking out Chris Chan and taking the medallion.
Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant is buried under Patty's doghouse.
Yeah, there you go. But good point, Spurs fan. I would assume that Chris Chan's answer would be something like, just be more positive. Put it in the past. Put being Hitler in the past. You know, it's in the rear view. Just move on with your life, man. So the fact that one can get bored from seeing someone else who has thoroughly explored and found themselves and found inner peace amidst the unconsciously foreknown events, that was a rough series of words, is a sign that individual wants to feel this for themselves. Okay.
Did he write this?
He did.
Okay.
And you can tell that he writes something because it's kind of like DSP in that it's exceptionally long-winded and tells you nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
because I know he's got these, like, his streams are not designed by him, and he clearly doesn't want to be there.
No. That's his managers.
And I'm not misgendering either. He is Jesus Christ by his own declaration.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
I don't even know what to refer him to as,
because
he is above humanity.
Jesus of Nazareth, who is male. So I'm going with that.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. It's just too confusing to me.
If I met him in person and he was dressed as a female, maybe I'd
I mean, the
address him as
dude's Jesus. He
such.
can do
I
whatever
don't
he
know.
wants.
But I'm not really sure. He thinks he's Jesus. So
Uh,
like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jesus was male. So I'm
uh,
going with that. I'm taking a page out of Smokey's book and saying, yeah, that's if you're Jesus, then you're
it is a
yeah.
historical figure.
And like I'm not calling him Lord, but you know.
Yet you can still find this for yourself just as easily. Everyone is capable of doing so in their own soul searching and letting some trivial things and details go. So take that for yourself and take good care of yourself for resonating better. Okay, I'm resonating better. I'm vibrating better. What the hell's wrong with you? But notice how he didn't even really address the concern. The dude said he was boring and he goes off on a pre stream. So am I bad for being bored? I guess I'm just not spiritually strong enough. If I was spiritually strong enough, I wouldn't be bored by Chris Chan. I suppose there's some truth to that. Maybe with more religious training, I could have more patience for his stupid shit. On this, okay, what's this? Oh, that's not what we want to see.
Oh no.
On the similar topic, when one is on their own love quest, they should not simply just hook up with every woman they find attractive possible, which is really ironic because basically Chris Chan, if you had a pulse, he was interested.
Yes.
For it is the deeper attraction and that friendship that the numerous deja vu. Is that a real thing? Is deja vu? Well, I'm going to assume it's not.
Deja vu.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, is that a real
mistype?
The variation of it? Deja vu moments that resonate mutually between the partners that makes the relationship. It's word soup. It's awful. This is also emphasized by both or all individuals having soul searched, set priorities, and loving themselves. With that self homework done, the moment of that one long term relationship will be clear like the universe's core and matrix. This dude's just insane. It's just crazy talk. Nothing
Yeah.
is boring about reading your tweets. If anything, it is very enlightening to the state of the internet at the time you write them. You are almost more intricately tied to internet culture as Trump is to politics. I mean, there's some truth to that. Chris Chan is some sort of anti-force in the internet. So there you go.
The most documented man on the internet.
What are your thoughts on his thesis there? If you could even make sense of his thesis.
Well, I mean, it's par for the course. You just don't like me because you don't get me.
Yeah.
I'm only boring because you don't understand. Which
That's
is
true.
like, it's not even, it's a nothing statement. It's like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Like, it's just a bullshit platitude.
Yeah, and it of course absolves him from any sort of responsibility that he needs to be engaged with. It's not that he needs to be more entertaining. It's not that he needs to do things that resonate with people. It's not that he needs to listen to his audience. It's you who needs to just go on a spirit journey.
He's like a Jesus Christ version of DSP.
He kind of is.
It's the same kind of thing. It's like, if you don't like me, that just means you don't get it. It's like, no, people can tell when you don't want to be there.
Yes. And there
People
are plenty.
and like Christian looks like he's held hostage.
He does.
Like, he really is like looking at the clock, and like the super chats come in and they make him uncomfortable, and he just doesn't want to be there. It's not the same.
No.
We're never going back.
No. We're
Because
done with
old
that.
Christian, all he wanted to do was make videos. And
Yes.
you could tell.
He really did enjoy it.
He really loved making Sonichu. And then that slowly fell off. And then he went to jail. And now I think he just wants to like play Sonic games and maybe smoke weed.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to do any of this shit anymore.
No, he doesn't want to. He's never been a dude who's ever really wanted to do anything. The only reason he did anything is
he did as a youngin'. Like when he was like, well, I say young, but like
he
up
was
until
younger.
he was like 28, he really did want to make Let's Plays of Little Big Planet.
Yes.
He really did want to show people his town and that farming game.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Animal
what it's
Crossing.
called, but Animal Crossing, exactly. Like he actually was very excited to do
He
those
was.
things and make
He
his
had fun.
boyfriend free girl audio covers. He really did like all of those things. Like he actually, that's what he wanted to do.
It's true.
There was passion in it. And even though it was not particularly good,
No.
it was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, because
Maybe
that's
not for the reasons he wanted, but it was.
if there's something I can give him, like I could probably give all the Lolcows one little thing. I would give Chris Chan. He was very creative. He was a very imaginative individual, and he had a lot of creative energy behind him. And then all the other stuff that comes along with it is what makes him negative. But he used to have just a blast sitting there playing with his Legos for 3 hours straight. Part of me kind of
Yeah.
envies that. I wish I
Yeah.
could have that kind of attention span and that kind of creativity. But
Yeah.
then, you look at his finances and he's blowing
And
hundreds.
to rebuild them all after the house fire,
Yes.
too. He did it again.
Yes. And
So here's a wild question. Which lolcow would you want to hang out with, unironically?
You go first.
So I would say Tony Chase, because the ballerina pizzas look great.
Yeah, they do look tasty.
I would test them for amphetamines before I took a bite.
Yeah.
But the ballerina pizzas, like I would meet him outside with like other people around. But I would like to try a ballerina pizza.
Yeah, they look good. Those
I
clips
think
that you
it's
showed
good
me.
as it looks good as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to
Yeah,
have
I
a
would
Going Green eating those.
I would eat a ballerina pizza. And like I don't think Tony Chase means anyone any harm. I'm obviously not the satellite man. I hate the government too.
But he's
Like,
just very
I'm
confused.
sorted down with the cause. So like I think me and Tony Chase could get along. I wouldn't go in his house. Or like I would also meet Cobra at a bar or a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Somewhere in public and not on camera.
Maybe.
Or if it was on camera, I would disguise myself.
Yeah, you want to use some
Like
sort
I
of...
feel like I would have fun. Like I would buy Cobra a drink if I saw him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
This Cobra is probably one of the least malicious of all the lolcows. He just talks shit. And that's pretty much it. And I could see that being not necessary. Now, I would dread being around him because I'm pretty sensitive to smell, and he just looks like he reeks.
So the guy who there was a dude who did like a documentary and went to Cobra's house. And he said that he didn't smell that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's like confirmed that Chris Chan smells like shit.
Oh, Chris Chan smells like ass.
Daniel Larson is infested with like insects and such. And I mean like he obviously doesn't shower. Most of these lolcows smell like shit. Like I'm sure Blade smells like shit. Boogie obviously smells like shit.
I think DSP smells like shit. I think he smells like sweat that's been caked on.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think the only one who maybe doesn't stink is maybe Low Tier God. Maybe. But his house stinks.
Yeah.
His house stinks, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Because he shits in the shower. Well, he doesn't technically shit in the shower, but shit gets in the shower. It's so gross. It's such a gross story about him. I gotta find that clip. That'll be good for this.
To act like that is wild.
It's definitely gonna have to be on the Internet Asylum. The
DSP
Dale
and his house smell like shit for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that DSP's odor isn't an intense one. Like there isn't an intense smell. Like I could see Daniel just smelling like piss. I don't see DSP smelling like something specific, but I sense that it is just an overwhelming atmosphere of like sweat stink.
Also, the breath coming off all these motherfuckers.
All those
like
DSP
they all
cries
have rotten ass teeth, dude.
Yes, all of them.
You know they don't brush their teeth.
Absolutely not.
Like,
they have a slice of cake and go to bed.
Yeah.
Answer your question though, and I realize I'm gonna make myself sound like a humongous shithead for this. Early Dark Side Phil. Early Dark Side Phil, I'd be a friend of his.
Meet him at an arcade.
Dude, I would hang out at his house. 100%. Because when I think, definitely I would do it now because I have the perspective of, the current timeline. If I went back in time and just hung out with Phil as he got drunk off his ass and played a game, it would be fun to me. I would have fun with that. And I would tell him which games to play. I'd be like, oh, Phil, you got to play this game. This game is really fun.
And I'm not even going to give you shit for that because, like, I would hang out with people I didn't particularly want to hang out with, but you get real high and you just fuck with them.
Yes. And I think on some level, Phil would like me back then because
like
all
you
Phil
put
really wanted
extra hot sauce in his burrito and shit.
I mess up his order on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Or like,
I think that Phil would appreciate me too.
Yeah. Fart in his face. That kind of thing.
I'd be clogging his toilet every time I went over
Yo,
there.
you smell that and then fart right in his face.
He would love it though.
Yeah.
And it's because I think DSP this is going to sound really pathetic, but
Maybe
DSP just wanted a friend. He really did. But he wanted a friend on his terms. So, a lot of people weren't willing to give that to him. I'll give it to you, Phil. I'll be your friend. You can shit talk me on YouTube all day, okay? Whatever.
And all the dumbass racist shit he would say would be funny when you're
It is. School. I find his racism funny.
Yeah.
Now, the only racism that I don't enjoy of his is lazy racism. I'm not a fan of lazy racism. When he's saying
pork fried rice isn't that funny.
Yeah, the Mexican's car is powered by burritos. Like, that shit's lame.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But when he was going all out, back when he had some passion.
Dude, him throwing out slurs was funny as hell to me. Dude got on street and started slurring.
It is.
Everybody can judge me though. It's okay. So,
and again, though, when we were in high school, he was like 27.
Yeah, I would never hang out with
He would have been that fucking weirdo. And it's like, yo, bro, can you get weed? And he would be like, weed? What?
No.
It's like he couldn't even. I guess he'd get you booze. God damn, dude.
All right.
Imagine that in high school hanging out with 27-year-old dumbass DSP.
Oh, dude, that would be so awful. It's kind of weird that it didn't happen. I mean, you did have Air Raid Lord.
It's going to the rich kid's house where they have every system, though.
Yeah.
You know
did you have someone like that?
I had some rich kids where you go to their house and they weren't my best friends, but it's you got Super Nintendo and Sega.
Yeah.
And a pinball machine.
That's pretty sick.
Come on, man. And a pool table and a pool. Yeah, I definitely had that.
I guess I'm just going to make myself sound lame. I wasn't really sociable and popular when I was a kid. I just didn't have a whole lot of friends. And it was because I was just a weird kid.
No, me neither. I was autistic. But
you're a detractor, so.
Yeah, I was an uncoordinated weirdo, but when you're a kid, you sort of just, I don't know, I sort of just found a few people.
Yeah.
Or just kids on the street.
There was a kid who lived on my street.
I grew up on a dead end street. We all you hang out because they're just out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a rich kid in my grade school, and he was such an obnoxious piece of shit that didn't even factor in. He had all the cool stuff. He had a Sega Nomad. I didn't even know such a thing existed.
You know his parents are buying you so much pizza.
Yes. But he was such a turd. Even me, 7-year-old Lenny, thought he was a piece of shit. So that's just how bad it was. He was not likable at all. So you wouldn't want to go over to his place and do stuff. No one liked him. But... So you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you guys some backstory. My wife and I like TikTok. We do. It's a very, very fun place. You find so much goofy, weird shit on there. And in many ways, TikTok is the internet's asylum besides this one. Why do you think all these weirdos are coming out of TikTok? You've got Six Erican, you've got Daniel Larson, you've got White Bowser and all these dudes. Why are they coming out of TikTok? And it's because TikTok is this environment of extreme praise. Everyone is loving you and adoring you for everything that you say. And so because of that, there's no reason to grow. There's no reason to be a halfway decent person. You just got constant affirmation. And if you're negative, you just get banned. So it's kind of creating this echo chamber where really unhinged people can kind of flourish. DSP would fit in on TikTok so well. He would be pretty popular there. But what you guys are about to see is one of the few times ever during both my wife and I's journey through TikTok where we found someone who TikTok straight up said was stupid. And it's very weird that this happened because when you hear what she has to say, well, a normal person is going to say this is insanely dumb. Why would you ever post this? But then think about it from TikTok's perspective. You would think that she would get praised for what she said. And she didn't. So here we go. And this individual has made quite a few TikToks, and she is on Twitter where she makes posts to 2 likes. And it's not really worth following her. She more or less is done being a weirdo, or at least being weirdo in this particular sense. So here's the very first video.
Yelled at for asking.
It's very quiet, so I'm gonna have to turn this up a little bit. The first video has very bad audio.
Simple question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know: are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time? You know. And then the person I was with interrupted and acting something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just any...
What's going on here? What happened?
Uh-oh.
It's at 41 seconds.
Her video can't even be on time.
That's funny though.
So I'm applying for the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time.
How old is this
when
person?
There's other solutions that we...
I believe she's in her early 20s. She's more or less been a weirdo her entire life, at least in terms of her available content.
Can look to. I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
So,
right, people wanting the rest of the team to be there. Because it's like, you can say whatever. If it was in a vacuum, yeah, what does it matter that you're 20 minutes late? But when there's a team there, and the team depends on the rest of the team to be there, yeah, you kind of are a dick.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, then work somewhere else
Yes.
where you don't have to be on time.
It's not just a matter of practicality, it's a matter of respect. Because my ass had to get up early. My ass had to drive in traffic. My ass had to be on time. But you're special. You're special. You don't have to be on time. No.
Yeah, and you can find a job where you don't.
Yeah.
But you got to be good at something to
kind of roll in.
You got to, like, if you're a top-notch, not even top-notch, if you're a solid programmer, you don't have to show up.
No.
You just write your shit from home.
Yeah.
If you're maybe a manager, a project manager, you don't necessarily have to be there. You just have to make sure your people are there.
Yeah, and your time is, your work is done on time.
But until you get to that point, like, I mean, I've done lab work. That's like my main thing, and logistics. But in between those, like, as a kid, like, I rented boats for the town on the lake, like rented boats out to people. I worked at like a youth center, and I delivered food. And like, if everything goes bad, like, I'll go right back to that.
Yeah.
I got no problem doing that. But all of those jobs, dude, it's like, yeah, you got to be there because there's orders that have to go out. you got to be there because like you're getting paid, dude. You got to be there to get paid.
Right. And it's as you said, in a vacuum, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, dude, I'm almost always
Sure.
5 minutes late to work, almost always. But the thing about it is, I let people know. I'll say, hey man, I'm in traffic. I'll be there in a couple minutes. You know, I apologize. And I also,
5
in that
minutes
same
ain't
energy,
nothing.
I try and stay late sometimes whenever I'm late. You know, I try and make things up in some sort of way.
It's like taking your driver's license picture hung over.
Yeah.
So that way when the cops pull you over, you look good.
Exactly. There you go.
Which I did do. Showing up
I
to a
wasn't smart
job
enough to do
interview
that.
stoned. Yeah, so your expectations are set at the bottom. And like some jobs are complete bullshit.
Yeah,
I definitely understand that. Like when I was working at Staples, like
Oh, there's plenty of jobs I
nobody's
barely
telling me
even
nothing.
showed up for, you know?
But if it's something you care about even a
Yeah.
little bit, or if you just care to keep it, like
Mhm.
dude, just wake up 10 minutes earlier.
There has to be some level of care anywhere in the equation. You have to care about your coworkers, you have to care about your job, you have to care about yourself, or you have to care about your appearance. And I'm not some super crazy dude where like if you're 2 minutes late you're fired or you're docked pay. Like no, but this lady is essentially saying, "Hey, I should be able to roll up 30 minutes late and you shouldn't have a problem with it." No, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. It's like, yo, there's someone at the register. Someone else has to be like
In the back, you
manning
know?
the aisles.
Yeah,
Yeah, or in the
something.
back. Yeah.
So
And I was always a back of the house.
yeah, me too. I did not like being
worker.
at the front.
Yeah, I don't really
I didn't
like.
have the
I'm
patience for
okay
that.
with customer service, but like, it's a liability.
I was usually pretty problematic with customers. And the main reason why is because I always just try to joke around with them too much, and they were not. People didn't want to joke. At least not my kind of jokes. I'm kind of not like DSP, I'm sure, but I'm
Yeah.
just unhinged or whatever. I'll be like, they'll say something like,
Say
where are the
whatever.
kitchen knives? I'm like, I planning on stabbing someone, eh? Well, here's a pretty
Yeah,
good blog, you know?
exactly. No, I had someone come up to me at Staples and be like, "Do you sell blotter paper?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, for like laying sheets of acid. And I was like, "You probably shouldn't say that." Also, no.
No, we don't
But
have that.
I
I would
also
hook you
had
up.
people approach me who were like, "Yo, I feel like I can trust you with this. Like, what do you think of Waco?" And I'm like, "Yo." Like people just knew. People saw me and they knew. It's like, "Yeah, I feel like I can talk to you about how the Bay of Pigs was a CIA intentional flop." Like they're just weird shit like that. People are like, "I feel like I can trust you with this."
Yeah,
It's like,
I feel like
actually,
I
you
could.
can. Yeah, actually, yes. I don't know how you knew, but yeah.
The
Yeah, it
comments
took
on
the
this
state
video. Oh,
ID stoned as hell. Sorry, dude, I keep fucking talking,
no,
but
you're
like,
cool. You're
the
cool.
one who waits is absolutely right. Take your state ID high as shit. That way, when you get pulled over, it's like, oh yeah, no, your eyes are just like that.
Dude, I am a responsible driver out of pure terror. Like I've seen myself high. I am super dangerous just in terms of I turn into Phil when it comes to my ability to manage my body when I'm high. I'm not putting that behind a wheel. That's just scary, man. I might die. Someone else might die. No way.
Dude, I used to deliver high as fuck, but like nowadays, there's no way.
Can't do it. I
Like
also fall asleep a
no
lot while I'm high. I'm
chance.
not falling asleep at the wheel. So in the comments, you
Yeah.
see that this lady did not get the support that I'm sure she was looking for. So I'll read off quite a few of the bangers here. This has to be satirical. To which she
You
says,
got a Steam update. Oh no, that's on my screen. Never mind. Go on.
okay, so I have severe trauma and my disassociation causes me to have extreme time blindness. I was literally washing the dishes and I stood there for half the day and it felt like 3 minutes went past. Okay, well, you have a neurological issue. That's
Well, that also is called being at work.
yeah.
Remember time freezing in elementary school?
Oh, definitely, dude.
Where you're looking at the clock and it's like, dude, I gotta get out of here.
No, it was a stand ability. That time was not moving. I have ADHD and I have time blindness, and I have never been late to work or airports or anything very important. Well, that's not true. We've all been late to stuff, but I get what he's saying. You know, would you be okay with not being paid on time, or would you expect to receive your pay on a consistent timeline? Oh, that's a good question. I'm constantly late, but would never blame that on time blindness. Like what? This is so funny. I don't even know where to start. What if you have reservations to a restaurant, a doctor's appointment, a flight, or a train to catch? Well, trains need to accommodate this kind of stuff. What if your boss has time blindness too and forgets to pay you on time? Well, see, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If I was asked this, that'd be the end of the interview. Thanks for coming in. We'll let you know, but please be accommodating with our time blindness. Just set an alarm.
Yeah, they're right too. That interview person, if someone came in and they're like, "Yeah, there's no guarantee I'm showing up within the hour," it would be like, "Dude, come on."
No, I mean I admire
Don't
your
say
honesty.
that.
I admire your
Don't
honesty,
say
but
that.
that's a deal breaker, dude.
But it's like dishonesty to begin with.
Yeah.
You set an alarm then. It makes noise. You know it's time to go.
Just set an alarm, as Tyson here says. A really funny one that got kind of buried was there is accommodation. It's called a watch. That was one of the first ones that showed up. So there's a sequel.
I don't know what time it is either. I look at my wrist.
Yeah, there's getting up early. Just getting up earlier. And does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. It sucks like hell, but what are your other options? Just assume everyone's going to run on your time? So,
or you can I don't know, come on.
So there's been a lot of lies and rumors circulating about me for a while now, so I decided, let me go ahead and give the story behind my time blindness video. I was applying for a trade school, and I was with my mom, and we were on a phone call. And apparently, you were out of the program if you were late 4 times. So I need to know
that seems pretty reasonable
for ADHD time blindness.
Yep.
Because I needed to know that. Because
also,
if no,
you can
then that would need to be
accommodations.
Yes.
If it's at a school, you talk to the professor or the dean or whatever, and you say, "Look, I have very hard ADHD and I have difficulty getting transportation. Can you maybe cut me a break a couple times?" And they'll say yes.
Or can I stay late? Make up for it or something.
I don't know about a trade school, but they might be a little more conservative.
Yeah.
But at a liberal arts college, people would be like, "Oh, I missed this and that," and it's go talk to your professor. They'll just let you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I did
professors let me do stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was because of me being a fucking idiot too.
Yeah. It wasn't anybody's fault but mine.
Yeah, but it's can I make this up? And they always say yes.
Yes.
I'm willing to do work.
Yeah, I will get this shit done. I'm 30 minutes late today. Can we?
They're so happy to see you succeed.
Something else I was going to add to that.
Or you miss a class and just say you had diarrhea. That works 3 times a semester.
Yeah, you can only use it so many times though.
Yeah. Eventually they get wise to it.
But... No, I haven't heard of that person, Heinz. What are they about? I want to add something though. Is that I do actually have attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It should be pretty obvious to people that I have it. But mine is pretty muted from time. I don't even take medication for it anymore because I just really don't need to. And even when I was at my most intense ADHD periods, that was roughly high school and middle school, this was never an issue for me. This was never something that I felt like the world should accommodate me for. Now, was I annoyed by it? Of course I'm annoyed by it, but I'm annoyed by it just in the general sense of life is unfair, But I would have never thought to say that I should be allowed to roll in late. No. No, I just got to focus, man. I got to take my meds and focus and show up. And so
being on time isn't really ADHD.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
You can lose track of time. You definitely can with ADHD. When I was a kid, I would get distracted with whatever's on TV and my bus would just drive past. Well, that's on me, that's my failing. And I never would have thought to done something like that. And so it does frustrate me when you have people who have similar conditions who are trying to advocate for these things that just more or less removes their personal responsibility. And it kind of reminds me of in school. Did you ever have a situation where as soon as you left a grade, the grade that you were just in got some sort of grant and they got a bunch of cool new shit?
For sure.
Yeah, that happened to me multiple times.
That happened to me in college, dude.
That pisses me off. And I think I'm kind of a boomer in that I think, hey man, I got along just fine without laptops in every desk. How come, they get it? And it's like this
Mm-hmm.
here. It's like, dude, I did all right with my ADHD. You have to push yourself to do well with it. Why do you just get to change things like that? I mean, I guess it's okay to change life to
But to
address
change
things.
there's probably, so trade school, the class is probably 40 people.
Hmm.
Let's say between 15 and 40 people. So the whole class should wait for you to show up a half hour late.
Yeah.
Other people have shit to do after that, or
Yeah.
other classes, dude. Like you just can't do that.
No.
It ain't right.
No, it's not fair.
And
man.
you can probably get a special accommodation where they tape the class and give it to you after, so you can catch the early. Because like, let's say you don't have a car, or like you don't have any money, you got to walk or take the bus or something. They'll accommodate you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they will. You're paying.
The other factor to it though is that it's something about the loss of community that we've experienced here, especially in the United States. I feel is that everyone is such a special individual person that they never realize that that's why we have social connections to begin with. There were lots of times where I needed help in school. I didn't like mostly because I didn't know it was an option. I didn't request accommodation. I just reached out to people that I knew. I said, "Hey man, did you catch the first part of the lecture? What did he talk about? Do you have notes for that? Can I look at that?"
Yeah, can I check your notes? Yeah, dude.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you slide in late and be like, "Yeah, did you take notes today?"
And then you give back. You give back.
For sure. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And otherwise you're dark side Phil. Just give me
Yeah,
everything
I'll
and
help
I'll
you
give
with
you
your
nothing.
project later in the semester. Yeah,
I'll help you.
for sure.
Like there was this dude in college who I forget what class it was. I want to say it was something like some sort of like social studies or whatever. And he was a football player and he had a really hard time with it. And he just came up to me one day and said, "You seem kind of smart. Would you be willing to help me with some of my studies?" And I said, "Dude, I don't know how I fooled you, but sure." And it was cool. I helped him out, and I forgot what he did for me. I think it was something like he got me tickets to one of the games or something like that. So just little shit like that, it's really nothing. And
Yeah, I did a bunch of people's final projects in exchange for like luxurious cigarettes and liquor.
hell yeah.
I was totally down with that. And then favors later.
I did ask him for something he couldn't deliver on. I was like, "Hey man, do you know any like cute nerdy goth girls or whatnot?"
And
he
he's
said,
like, "There's
"No, I
one,
don't."
and she's taken."
He didn't say it so elegantly, but he basically stated that's not exactly my dating pool or people that I would know. I'm like, damn. All right, well, that's all right. But so let's hear her context.
Factor in my decision whether or not to go. Now, let's be real. When I posted the video, I figured everybody would know I was referring to ADHD time blindness. I really was not into.
She always looks like she's just about to cry too.
Neurodiversity and the ableism. Let's be real. But on to the story. My mom lashed out at me. Now she's a great mom and I love her, but everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah,
And
disagreeing
I
with me is a mistake.
because I'm tired of this neurotypical society who does not see your struggles.
See, being not a normie is good.
Yeah.
Right? You still have to.
You have to blend in, man.
A little bit.
We
should watch Heinz's video if we have time.
I actually really don't think we're going to have time. But Heinz, definitely.
Next time.
We're putting it on the next one for sure. And that extends to everyone. If you guys have something silly and bizarre, just send it. We have an email on the YouTube channel. It should be on there, and it should be in the description of the video itself.
It's definitely in the description.
Throw it to us. We'll vet it beforehand, just a little bit. Make sure there's no bare ass or whatever.
Sure, Cyraxx's dick.
Yeah, if Cyraxx's dick is there, like, man, we've all seen that. But definitely. And hell, at some point in the future, we're considering, bringing people on to discuss the thing that they found. So that's always a possibility as well. And here's the third part of the story. Oh wait, we didn't go back to the comments. Let's reload and then.
So this is something.
Let's go back to the comments on this one. Irrelevant. If you are having a stroke and the paramedic has time blindness, would you still want that person to come whenever, or someone who can get there on time? That's a good question. I have ADHD, and I've never expected anyone to accommodate me. My clock and calendar are my accommodations. There you go. I have ADHD and definitely deal with time blindness. My solution being early, even finding something to do wherever I need to be before I need to be there. Okay, yeah. What if you need to get on a plane? Do you expect them to accommodate your time blindness? Yes, I expect you to turn around in the air and re-land and refuel and pick my ass up. There are plenty of people. There are plenty of videos. You've seen those videos, the airport freak out videos where people are late for their planes and have complete ass meltdowns, which I don't fully blame them. It does
Dude,
completely.
I almost had
Yeah,
one
me too. I almost went nuclear in an airport one time.
I was so close. Like,
Yeah.
thank God my parents were with me. Because, like, I took dabs and ate edibles.
Oh, no.
And then we were waiting in line to get on the plane right up against the window with the sun just blaring. And this motherfucker kept bumping me in the back. And it was like, thank God I'm with people.
Yes.
Who, like, it would ruin their day. Because if I was with, like, my buddies, then, like, it would have been bad. I was like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, it had a big old incident.
You're
right
not
there.
even this number for boarding, dude. You're 15 fucking numbers in front of where you are, and you think pushing up against me is going to solve something.
This is a very visceral memory for you, isn't it?
Oh my God. You know that the book The Stranger by Camus?
No, I haven't read Derek's novel.
No, it's not Derek. It's not about that either. I get where you're coming from, but it's a story where it's an existential novel, but the dude is like in the beach in the hot sun, and like these guys are giving him shit, and he just decides to just shoot one of them. And then he accepts the consequences of that and kind of finds himself in prison.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's like, why did you do it? And it's like the sun was so bright in my eyes and like just didn't sit right. Like it was sort of like that, where it's like, dude, like this motherfucker won't get away from me, and it's hot as shit, and my backpack's real heavy. Like
it looks like you're dying, dude.
Yeah, it was sort of like, dude, today is not your fucking day.
That's a scene in Joker when he's in the subway and those three dudes are fucking with him and he just kills them. That was a very good scene. I'll be real. When that happened, I agreed with Joker. Those dudes were pieces of shit. Put them down.
Yep. Well, now you've gone and done it.
So does your time blindness affect when you leave, or are you going to be out there the second the day is over? That's a very good question. Let's see if there's
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Don't throw us ADHD people in here. We're never late because all we can think about is that appointment until we make it there. That's very true. If it's not work related, I am always obnoxiously early. My wife makes fun of me so much for it, and she actually gets kind of mad at me because I'll be like, "Oh, we really should be leaving soon. We should get there," and she'll say, "It takes 20 minutes to drive there, and it is an hour before then. We can wait a minute." Oh no, what if there's traffic? What if DSP's there and I need to get an autograph? You know, there's a lot of things to consider there.
Oh yeah, that's a good one you're messing over right now.
I have ADHD and struggle with extreme time blindness, and I make a system that helps me with that, not make sure everyone else accommodates me for it. And
yeah,
the discussion of accommodation is a very difficult one to have because there definitely should be accommodations. There definitely should. I work with a dude in a wheelchair, and he's like stuck in that wheelchair. He's Jade-esque, really. There should be accommodations for him. There should be elevators. There should be ramps. There should be doors.
You play Red Bison for him.
Yes, there should. You should have life be easier for this guy because it's already so hard.
Yeah, if somebody shows up for work on dual crutches in the rain and doesn't have a car, like, yeah, of course I'm manipulating his time card to make him on time.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
You just have ADD. That's not.
And when you demand accommodations for personality failings, that's wrong because it limits the capacity to accommodate people who have legitimate issues. You know?
Yeah, I don't like waking up either.
Yeah, dude, you know what? The problem is that I'm actually completely on board with your idea, ma'am. I want to show up an hour and a half late. I get you. Maybe not even then. Just tell yourself.
You can get away with it like once a month.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, oops. Just tell yourself that it starts earlier than it actually does. Boom, you'll be on time. It doesn't work that way, I guess. The words trade school is throwing me for a loop here because so many trades require being on call. Oh. So the accommodation is your 4 warnings. Set timers beforehand and get it figured out. Okay, so essentially we're kind of repeating ourselves. But this is the third part in the story.
Something that you guys have been asking for a while now, and I just want to apologize for not answering it sooner. So honestly, when I was asking, what I was hoping for was a 15-minute window and more times you're allowed to be late. And after that video came out, people have stitched and given some really good advice about even more accommodations, like having an expectation time that I didn't think of. They also gave tips on how to utilize clocks and alarms even more so than I already was.
Were you not familiar with how these things work?
I'm selfish, and I think that everyone must bend their time to me because I don't respect anyone's time. No.
But that's the implication.
Schools and businesses.
And that's where you got a lot of locals who don't get this, is that your words, you think they sound perfectly fine, but because other people have a little bit more adjustments, they hear your words and put together that you're a piece of shit. You know, it's like that with DSP. DSP says all the time, like, well, I didn't literally say that. It's like, no, you didn't literally say that, but that's the only conclusion you could come to from that statement that you made. You know?
Yeah, he didn't tell anyone to off themselves. He just said if they went missing today, no one would miss their presence on this planet.
Yeah, exactly. I can see how you got confused.
Yeah. He just said you're a waste of meat.
Yeah. It's
like, goddamn, dude.
It's context.
On this planet is the thing that makes me like the most mad that he says.
He's an alien, you know. He's messing up.
The only person who would ever do that on this planet. There's something you have to realize that on this planet you have to do this and that. God damn, dude.
Have a higher obligation to God, and I think that their first responsibility needs to be to care for other people, and if those people are struggling, then they need to reach out to them and ask, okay, how can we help you? What can we do to work on this? So I just think that other people's struggles and getting them help needs to come before profit. Do I think that them and their time doesn't matter either? Absolutely not.
Then
yeah,
it still kind of seems like you're saying it. The 15-minute window already exists. It's 15 minutes before your job starts. Why doesn't time blindness cause you to be early? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that never happens, does it? I have the perfect thing to do to DSP in person, too. You low bridge him. I get down on all fours, and then you push him so he trips over.
Cat would laugh.
Get him to pose for a picture, and then low bridge him.
Hell yeah. He would
on the grass, of course. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Would Cat laugh at that? I think she would.
Maybe actually.
I wonder about that. That one time she laughed at a detractor comment. I bet he had a talk with her afterwards. Does your time blindness carry over when it's time to? Oh, we already asked that one. Schools have an obligation to God? I don't know about all that.
They used to.
Expectation time, like when you're supposed to be at work.
Yeah.
And I want to remind people, this is very much an anomaly. This is very atypical of TikTok. Usually TikTok would be, first comment would be like, you're absolutely right. This pisses me off too. Society needs to change. I think you're very pretty and you're very well spoken. And I agree. It's usually just nothing but niceness. TikTok, past all the other issues that people have with TikTok, I feel like the big failing of TikTok is that it shows documented proof of the dangers of toxic positivity. Everyone's a hero here.
Yeah. People think they're famous, and that's like, I always kind of said that thinking you're cool is the worst thing you can do.
Oh, definitely.
Like Cyraxx with the leather jacket on, like, dude, like thinking you're cool is so embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. It's okay to celebrate moments when you were cool, but to think you're currently being cool, no, not really.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you stuff someone in basketball and then you actually are cool. But like most of the time you should look at yourself as a dumbass and like hope for the best.
And this is her final clip on the subject of time blindness, at least that I could find. She, I think, Imbo, you'd find her quite amusing to watch because she has a lot of political takes that are embarrassingly unnuanced. And so if you wanted to watch further, what's her name again? Her name is, why can I not scroll down? Dude, what is happening with this system, dude? Just go to messages. It's easier that way. Yeah, her name is Chaotic Philosopher is her name.
Oh God.
And
speaking of thinking you're cool.
Yeah, exactly. She's got
the alien
name.
earrings though.
Yeah, those are kind of cool.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, those are cool.
I also kind of like some of these necklaces, just not all of them at the same time.
Unless it's intentionally making the seal of fucking
everybody bashing you constantly on
I'm
Twitter and
not
Instagram.
cool.
And all I could say is it's a testament of what the United States has become. And we hear about algorithms, political radicalization, and how the internet is influencing humans, and we think, oh, okay. But then when it happens to you, you see how big of a problem it is. Because when we can no longer have a civil discussion about a video with very little context, it makes you wonder, is there even a future for our nation, and what future is there to fight for? Because arousing mass amounts of hate, judging people, making mass assumptions, and being stuck in a cognitive loop without even knowing it, and then doing exactly what the algorithms want is seen as normal. But you know what? It doesn't have to be.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
Don't you want to see a future for this nation? It's like, yeah, that's why I don't like you.
Exactly.
It's because if you're not there to open the gas station when it opens so everyone can get gas on the way to work, you are hurting the country.
Yes, you are causing issues, man.
You really are.
I'm not even that like strict about it, really. I'm really not. I feel that there are a lot of things that society should be more accommodating and more compassionate about. But also something else that was along that exact line of, that the society is getting worse because of her decisions or her thoughts. But and I want to also say here for a second, if you agree with her, that's entirely valid. If you really do feel like she's saying something important that should be said,
I disagree with that. But
I appreciate that. I appreciate that you have your stance. I will disagree with your stance. I will say that it's wrong. And what she said just there, she said that it's like all this disrespect and whatnot. I showed you. These people, while they were snarky, they were very respectful. They were not that antagonistic. They were just saying, hey, man, that's not really fair. What about this? What about this? What about this? But she has the DSP mentality of, if you are not agreeing with me, you're inherently negative. And there are a couple posts where they just straight up say she's stupid. But in general, no, that doesn't happen. And it's this warping of, I represent what's correct. So you have to be abnormal to disagree with me. Like what she's basically saying here is like, the algorithm is incorrect. I am correct. Society is incorrect. I am correct. Like, well, if you make that kind of claim, you better come with something real. You're not everyone's Copernicus here, and this
I do see where you're coming from, that you don't have to have a job where you have to be right on time. Maybe you work the back of the house and you do inventory and you stay 15 minutes late for the 15 minutes late you showed up. Yeah. Or maybe you get your shit done quick. Mm-hmm. There are things, maybe you're a driver and you're not the first shift, it's staggered, and it doesn't really matter that much if you show up a little late. That's all good by me. But this person also probably wants to be a CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in charge of something, or not work for minimum wage for her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And with that attitude,
no,
you probably won't. Once you are CEO,
yeah, then you can show up whenever the hell you want.
Yeah, or not at all, as long as your shit's running right.
Yeah, that's all.
But I don't know. You got to get there first.
You got to show up on time
before you can. Because like I could show up. I could probably get away with showing up late for 2 straight weeks before someone said something. But that's because I've done 5 years of being on time every day.
Exactly. You put in your time.
I could get away with it and people would be like, is everything okay?
I think I would get maybe 3 or 4 days before they would talk to me.
Yeah.
And depending on which part of my job I'm late for, it might just be the first day. For example, if I'm late to the detention facility working there, I'm getting talked to that day.
Yeah, because they need
Yeah,
staff.
they want to have their staff relief. They want to rotate their shifts out. And
Yeah.
what did this person do? What do you mean, like what her job was or whatever? She from what I understand, she just tried to get into a trade school, and I haven't really followed her after this because it just kind of became repetitious bullshit. Um, and very very political stuff as opposed to social constructs, I guess. But I really don't know where she is from here. I know that she is on Twitter where she posts to maybe like 4 or 5 views on her posts at a time, and not really shitting on her, but she just doesn't have people interested in her. So she's kind of dodged the lolcow problem. But she did do the lolcow technique here, and that the people who are criticizing me are indicative of a broken society, which is beautiful. That's what DSP says all the time. That when we
Yeah.
criticize him, that's what's wrong with society is that people criticize me.
Look at that user 588510.
I
I
can't.
can't get to work on time now. Now I'm wondering about the future of the entire United States.
Yep,
Like, yep.
it's all connected, man.
Yep.
ADHD and autistic here. I get hella time blindness, and being late is absolutely zero excuse. Set alarms, check the time. You need to do what it takes. And
Yeah.
is that negative, ma'am? Is that a hostile negative comment? The sooner you self-reflect and realize you're the one who can fix your problem, the happier you'll be. Get a watch, set an alarm for important tests. And that's very true. That's there is something beautiful about self-efficiency. There is something beautiful about being the person who can solve the problem that you yourself have. And there's just too many people, mostly lolcows, who don't see that. They would just rather sit on their ass and cry and just hope the problem goes away. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the world should change.
Yes.
But like there isn't even a way it could change that would work.
Yes, exactly.
Because like what's the answer? It's like you just don't open
Yeah.
until everyone's there. Like, I mean, not really.
No.
And I don't know, like this is for school, but it's like, so yeah, show up late, get academic accommodation. You probably can. No one really cares if you're on time for class for the most part.
Not really.
If you get some piece of paper, get it from a fucking doctor, dude. It's easy.
Yeah, doctors will agree with anything. They don't give a shit.
They'll just write you a thing that says, "Oh yeah, those 3 classes that my patient missed. Oh yeah, they had explosive diarrhea." They'll just write you anything. Oh yeah, I put him on medicine for insomnia. He couldn't wake up.
Just say you have undiagnosed head pains.
Yeah.
That sounds like a joke, but no, it's true. Like if it's just
Synesthesia.
something like, yeah, I can't really explain how I get these head pains, but I get really intense head pains. It's not a migraine, but my head hurts. Like, what are they going to do? Just call you a liar and say your head doesn't hurt?
No, you're still paying to go to class.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing too, is that I guess I just don't have the spirit for this, because my spirit says, don't force the system to accommodate you. Scam the system. That's my approach. I'll find ways to get around these things. The bandito spirit, really. I don't need things to change.
My roommate in college had PTSD from like being in Afghanistan, and sometimes he actually needed special special things from class where like he had to go to the VA or he was on a bunch of new meds or whatever. He just had someone slammed a door and he had an episode.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the right word for it is, but like an episode.
Yeah,
and he needed to take a bunch of Xanax. And all the other times he just got a note for his doctor and no one questioned a thing. Like he definitely abused it to some degree, but like yeah, it's real. So like,
and I feel like that's in many ways you're the correct choice. Like I'm going to be real here. When DSP uses his bad back, as annoying as it is, it's like,
oh my God,
it's still technically an excuse.
Every time he has to do work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't really fault him for that, because I think sometimes if I had a really bad back, I would just use it like crazy. So, I can kind of understand. Something along those lines, though, what you mentioned with the trauma. Also, these things happen where, you have a loved one who dies, or maybe you were in a really bad car accident or something like that, and you're just late the next couple days because you're still processing it. You're still dealing with all that. Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's perfectly valid. But if your time blindness or whatever is because it's just default, no, that's kind of an issue.
Your time blindness.
I
A
love it.
completely made up thing. Which
It
I
is.
guess some people probably do have it to some degree. Like I get what it means, but like
It's
it's
a
kind of
it's a
like
meme
Tyler the
diagnosis that
Creator.
people are taking seriously. It's not supposed to be
Yeah.
real.
How is cyberbullying real? Like look away from the screen, like close your eyes.
Exactly.
It's sort of like that, where it's like, which I guess now it is real because you can't get away from bullies
Yeah,
even
it
out
it
of
is.
school.
The
Like
digital
I sort of
landscape has
get some
changed.
people have a like tough time now, but like when I was going to school, it's like, dude, just like don't go on AOL Instant Messenger,
Yeah,
and
for
like
real.
no one can talk to you,
No, I didn't go to chat rooms, dude. And leave me the hell alone.
or just fight them,
Yeah.
and then you're cool after.
We'll meet up at
Most of the
school,
time.
beat up.
Which now that might not stand anymore today
No, that's
either.
not acceptable.
Like now, if you do that, then it like sparks off a terrible thing happening. Like maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Because I know like and like in our dad's times, it was like, yeah, just fight them and then you're friends.
Yeah.
Like of course, why wouldn't you be?
It for me, the shift of the approach to bullying happened right about in the last couple years of high school for me, where it turned into if you got in a fight, you were both suspended. Even
Yeah,
if
now you
you
got
got
that thing where you can't defend yourself.
yes, you would get suspended even though you got your kidneys kicked in. That's bullshit,
And
man.
that's like not even how the law works anymore
No.
for like adults. It's like, yeah, if somebody already is like putting you in serious harm's way, you can do anything.
Yeah, like
But
I
in
should be able to
school,
gun
like
them down, quite
like if
frankly.
somebody punched you, you can't hit them back. Like
No,
what?
that's stupid.
Like we're raising, I don't know, dude. We're raising people that are gonna be real confused on everything.
Yes.
It's not good.
Do I have the right to defend myself? I don't know. Do you?
Yeah,
But
you should.
yeah, but then
Yeah, if
the system
somebody
would always
just
change though.
kicks you. Like, I don't know if you've kept up on World of T-shirts, but
Oh,
he's
I
been
love that.
running around Brooklyn kicking people on the
Dude, he's gonna
sidewalk.
get his ass handed to him
I'm surprised he hasn't yet, dude.
because he's very fast and squirrely.
Yeah, but
He
like,
does have squirrel defenses, but eventually someone's going to catch him and
but
his
he's
ass
drunk
harass.
as shit.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I think you could grab a hold of his coat.
yeah, but he
And
just
then,
seems
like,
like squirmy, like he would wiggle out of his coat or something like that and then run
and I
off.
guess it's like Mr. Based is filming him, walking around with him, who like, that guy's
That Mr. Base is a
that guy's
human
a
garbage.
fucking demon, yeah.
That
Not
dude
even
is
yeah, garbage, yeah, trash.
he's an evil
But
individual the more you think about it.
and he's like, this dude's just running around kicking you, and it's like, yo, go get him, dude.
Yeah.
If
Eventually
you're
one day
good,
he's gonna
nothing's gonna
trip and
happen
fall
to
and
you.
that person's gonna catch up to him and start beating on him.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Or
happen.
just
It's just math.
see him coming to begin with.
Yeah.
Like I'm on alert for crazy homeless drunk people trying to hit me. That's that's my like default state when I'm on
Yeah.
the sidewalk in the city. It's like, yeah, dude, you're not gonna do that. It's just an elbow. He's one elbow away.
Yes.
And he's drunk as hell. Like he'll fall over if the wind blows crooked.
Yeah. It's not even like he's really gonna feel it either.
Actually, if it was him that ran up to me, I would just be like, put the fries in the bag.
Dude, he gets so triggered by that. He gets so triggered by that. It's really unreasonable how mad he gets over such a phrase. He acts like you said you were going to anally
Well, that's what
fuck his
he
mom or
says to
something.
talk down to other people.
Yeah.
It's like if you told LTG that you actually were the Domino's delivery and she saw your BBC through your sweatpants.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if you used his own shit on him.
Exactly.
You said there was a bunch of people in cloaks and he was chased through the snow. That whole, I'm sure you've seen that.
Oh
one.
yes, it's a legendary moment. What are you talking about? Of course I've seen that.
We got to do an LTG.
I will find some LTG stuff. I'll try and find some of the
You got
more.
to direct that one.
Yeah, I'll direct that one. There is some fun ass LTG lore. Past a lot of the more obvious things, there's some fun stuff in there.
Yeah, Ann Leet was running the LTG throwbacks in the Discord last night, and I was dying.
There's some good ass stuff there. It's I need to do like some sort of lolcow. That'd be kind of cool. Lolcow tier makers where you could just rate their best moments. Dale has so many S tier moments, and it's
so
really shocking.
He's definitely near the top.
Oh, he's my second favorite lolcow.
Daniel Larson, I will. Fuck you, Bob. Fuck you, Bob. I can't say anything he said in that.
Yeah, it's just all super
kill
serious threats.
you till you're dead. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I don't want to repeat that, but yeah,
it's cool. It's cool. We're demonstrating that is unacceptable. But I'll just throw one out there. Was Ann Leet, did he also post a clip of LTG screaming at his chat while his girlfriend and her friend were getting kind of freaky in the background?
No.
It is such a funny ass clip. It shows LTG's priorities. Because, I mean, dude, your girlfriend and her friend, I mean, it might not work, but, you know, you definitely shouldn't be sitting here in front of your computer. You might want to look into this. and he's sitting there screaming at trolls, calling them losers while he's got that going on behind him. I thought you were an alpha male, Dale. What the hell are you doing?
We mostly saw LTG acting out humping someone on his bed while his cat
that's a good one.
At him in disapproval. There were like 5 of those. Yeah.
There's some quality ones. There's tons of ones with the ones where other people are in the shot are really funny as well. He's very funny when he's got guests.
I've never seen him with other people.
That's wild. There's some good when he was with his roommate one time, he threw his controller, Dale threw his controller really hard and it flew past his roommate's head. And his roommate kind of like froze up, and I could sense that he wanted to yell at Dale but didn't. And that was a pretty funny one.
Okay, I actually did see a video with him, and it was like dancing to a rap song. With him. I think it's probably that guy.
Maybe he's just kind of like he's a
dude with like long braids.
Yeah, I think that's him. He's kind of a lighter skinned black dude, and he has a lisp. He has a very pronounced lisp.
Yeah, I think it was that guy.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I want to ask something to the chat.
One more great thing to do to Phil: give him a flat tire.
Oh hell yeah, definitely.
Just like goon type shit.
Yeah,
like I
course.
don't actually want to bash him. It's just like I want to goof with him.
Take his distributor cap off. And you know what? You don't even take it out of the car. Just drop it inside the hood. You know, just
throw
it in there.
Stick behind his back wheels so he can't back out.
Little shit, man. Be miniature terrorist. No, I haven't seen that, Heinz. That's funny as hell. This shit definitely sounds like something Imbo would be interested in because he needs to do an Only Use Me Blade episode as well.
Wait, what do I have to look at?
A clip of Andy Dick getting freaky. With
I've probably seen that.
Andy Dick is one weird ass individual.
Oh, dude, yeah. There was a documentary on him.
Yeah, I watched it.
It was like celebrity to like groping homeless people on the street.
No,
I'm like, my God, dude.
Andy Dick. The more I learned about his history, I was surprised that he wasn't killed. This dude was just one
he
groping.
Almost was. Dude.
Yeah, he almost was killed. That dude punched him in the head.
Out, and then he banged his head off of like a windowsill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was asking for it.
Yeah, he is. He's antagonistic.
Can't just assault people.
You just can't grab people's dick like that, man.
People's dick.
It's just not acceptable. Dude. I'm sorry.
No,
there's real violence that comes from that.
Yeah. And like he's lucky he only got what he got.
Yeah.
That dude could have had a baton.
So I wanted to ask a question to chat here. Did you guys enjoy the show? Is this something that you would like to see more of? Because I hope so. We do plan to do this semi-regularly. I think what we said something like every 2 weeks or something like that. Is that that where we left it?
Every week or 2 weeks. I'm with
Something like
whatever.
that. I don't think I could do every week, only because I just can't find as much weird shit.
We got to get all the shit
Yeah,
together
exactly.
for
You
it.
got to have time to compile all the weird crap, and then
And like next time, like, so this one was kind of like I got random Cyraxx clips, but like if we want to go deep on something, we could do that too.
yes, I definitely think
Or
it's good
watch
to
a
have
whole
themes
doc.
related to the characters involved. For example, the stream that I did on LTG with his daughters, his perspective on if he had a daughter, which at the time I didn't know he had one. I feel like that's kind of like the energy I'm gonna try and put into this, where I just like find one of these other locales, and then here's this one unique weird thing that they do fairly regularly, something like that. At least I think so.
Yeah.
And through that you'll get the entire lore, because you could do that with DSP. That's a different technique with DSP. Is just go piecemeal. Okay, well, this is DSP when he begs. This is DSP when he's flipping out. This is DSP how he treats his fans. And when you get all that together, eventually you'll get the full composite. It'll just kind of take a while. So something like that'd be cool. And I again invite anyone and everyone to send any kind of weird shit you have, and including TikTok. TikTok is a great resource of complete weirdos, and throw them on there. One thing I do want to say is I do kind of want to try and avoid too much overlap with Smoky MCC and Kiwi Tapes, because they do a very good job of documenting locales, and so it'd be kind of weird to just steal their shit. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, they do shit that just happened.
Yes, they do.
And then I guess Smokey and Kiwi both make like deep dive
documentary
on-demand
kind of things,
video, but like, yes, yeah, we don't want to do the same shit as Smokey and Kiwi because they do it perfect.
Yeah, they have a very good energy for it.
They already got it down pat.
Yes, they've. I'm not trying to compete with those dudes because it's just there's no competition. But I want to do my own niche thing with my buddy M Boat here.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah, well,
I think that's gonna wrap it up here.
All
right. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for coming by, and
I appreciate everyone who came by and chatted and just watched and maybe didn't chat.
No, I absolutely love all of you. Great heroes, all of you. All right, that's it. I will be back, I think, restreaming. I might do a stream this weekend because of DSP's recent interview, because it was so amusing. I'm not going to promise anything on that particularly, but it's just something I'm considering. But I will be back Monday evening to restream the guy. And so we've got another, 2 weeks to find something. We'll figure it out, and then we'll let you guys know, eventually who it is we're going to be covering.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, everyone, take care and have a fantastic night. Any final words, Embode?
Nah, just thanks to everybody who showed up. It's been great. I had a good time.
Well, there you go. You guys are true heroes. And remember, everyone, don't tap the glass.
Yeah, don't touch the poop.